Hello everyone, and welcome back to Season 8 Qualifier number 12. This is SadieSweet, and I am in the commentary booth with Tobias and NewITGuy.
Hey Sadie, hey and NewITGuy, hope you're having a great day. Hope you all in the audience are having a great day as well. Welcome to Qualifier number 12. Welcome to more OoTR goodness. We are getting ready here. The qualifier has been kicked off. Our runners have gotten their password. A right down, left down, A. And that should be good. We should be seeing the runners set off in just a minute here. And there they go. That's Krez, Lefty, Tenacious Toad, and NarvilBase, and all US runner squad this time around. We have, in terms of dungeons, Dodongo's Cavern, Shadow Temple, Fire Temple, Jabu, and Forest. Dodongo's Cavern, Shadow, Fire, Jabu, and Forest. And one medallion that we already have. Tenacious Toad is immediately heading Child. Interesting. And here, how's about our foolish hints? Zora's Fountain is foolish. Inside Ganon's Castle is foolish. And Zora's River is foolish as well. Ooh, that's spicy. And Royal Tomb is Serenade. So that means in the graveyard, which is our child spawn, is the Serenade of Water, which is not going to unlock us any checks.
No. Though if we do find a Pona and a bow early, I guess we also need a bottle. Big Post is hinted as bomb shoes, which could be a pretty early set of them. It's only 10, but 10's better than 0.
Alrighty. Yeah, I mean, 10 bomb shoes would be great to start out with. So let's see. Our runners are starting out with the Nocturne of Shadows as well. So that is useful. And here's magic straight away from Anju as a child, from Anju's chickens.
Ooh, that's nice.
That is nice indeed.
With it being 3 chickens instead of 7 this season, I don't see many runners skipping that, but who knows? 30, 40, and 50 are also dead.
Yep, which is good news. Because collecting skulls is a chore. So, let's see. In terms of hints, again, we have seen the dungeon layout, we know our foolishes, we have seen a few sometimes hints. And child spawns in graveyard. Alright, cool. So Krez Krez and Narvel are doing pretty much your standard opener, I would say, is you basically do a loop around Kakariko as adult. Whereas Lefty and Toad have chosen to go Child straight away and have a look at Child Hyrule first, do the 3-song route. So we're getting a ton of information straight away, is what I'm saying on a 4-player restream. But it's going to make it a little bit hard to keep track of it all.
Yeah, it's always kind of exciting whenever we get a lot of players that are doing a lot of different things at the beginning, especially if we get some juicy items out of it like that magic.
It looks like a slingshot in the wind, no? Okay, it does.
And
that's really child weapon.
Ooh, ZL in the windmill. That's lovely. Always nice to have an early ZL. We'll open up Water Temple if we have to go in there. Our medallions are getting updated right now. Thank you, BaseBot.
That's me, actually.
Oh, thank you, Tobias.
Here we go. That's that, and that means we have all adult dungeons except for medallions, except for Jabu.
Mhm.
So it means a Deku Tree is a child dungeon. Oh, what am I talking about? I mean, Dodongo's Cavern is an adult dungeon in all but name. It even has, I mean, Adult Link is just tall, which is very helpful. But we are actually looking at water and... No, my inner monk cannot abide by this. And spirit as our other stone dungeons besides Deku.
And it looks like Lon giving us a wallet in the tower.
Yeah. And we have also seen, so London gave us a wallet in the tower. Lullaby was, I think, in the windmill, and
Yep.
it looks like Song of Time was with Malin. It gives us a bunch of, well, utility songs, really. Claim Check is dead. It gives us a bunch of utility songs, but it doesn't really give us any more mobility than before. Zelda's Lullaby is, of course, useful. It means we can check into fairy fountains as soon as we have explosives or other means to get in there. Yeah. And Song of Time unlocks a few more checks. Notably is logically required often for the right side of the Gerudo Training Ground maze. And definitely hard required for, hey, bump shoes from Rufio. Definitely hard required for, it's a 20 pack as well.
Oh, wow.
Definitely hard required. The Song of Time is also for Dark Links checks. Yeah, and Castle, Fountain, and River Foolish is spicy because obviously, with Fountain and River Foolish, you are pretty unlikely to actually go up there and have a look around there. But River also has 3 hints that could really influence your decision making in your early routing.
Yeah.
And it looks like none of the runners on Restream are choosing to go up there.
Yeah, and whenever you add in Domain and Fountain, that's, what, 2 more hints? So a grand total of 5 hints that are kind of not worth it. Maybe. But that means our runners are going to be working with a little less information if they don't go get those. I also really like this DC plays from Narvel with those 20 bomb chews, because they can do the whole thing and still have bomb chews left.
Right. Oh, we have a big chest.
Oh, hello. Big chest early in the Dodongo's Cavern, and it is a strength upgrade. That's interesting.
And we just saved a whole bunch of bomb shoes.
Oh, we did.
Spirit Temple Path to Volvagia?
Hello.
That is the hint inside of DC.
That's not nice.
That sucks.
Yeah.
That's all there is to say about that. That sucks.
I'm not gonna disagree with you on that one. That is not great. The strength upgrade in DC is interesting, logically interesting as well, though, because that kind of removes one of the 3 strength upgrades in this game from being pathable towards being a path to Dodongo's Cavern. So either one of the other 2 strength upgrades could be required to get in here, or a hammer, or any of the bomb bags, or we might find a bomb bag right in here.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
I doubt we're gonna see a Dodongo's Cavern path this seed.
Bronze Noob is asking any Valley Lakers here. By the way, Sadie, do you want to swap to that layout with a flags?
Oh, yes. Give me a moment.
Awesome. All right. So any Valley Lakers here asks Bronze Noob, and it sure looks like Lefty is granting him a wish, because that is exactly where Lefty is headed, into Gerudo Valley. probably has been burned one too many times by other quals.
It's not foolish.
Interestingly,
It has the item.
sorry? It's not foolish, it has the item.
Yep.
I mean, I'm not gonna disagree with you there. Previous quals have given us a pretty clear track record on that. More hints incoming from Tenacious Toad. Claim check is still dead. And we get a few more bomb chews into Dongo's Cavern. Another 10-pack as well.
Who needs explosives?
The bomb bag at this point with 30 bomb chews is pretty much optional.
Mm-hmm.
These runners are all of a caliber that they won't waste those bomb chews, so yeah. Here we go. Lefty is two heart pieces in Gerudo Valley and nothing else. But we are getting the hint. Pierre atop the Fire Temple hides a small key. Okay, so Pierre is potentially giving us a small key here. Or that we might need or might not need.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I always find it a little scary when there's a small key on Pierre because it's like, do I go ahead and go for it so that I have it, or do I just try not to worry about it?
Right.
We do have a lefty down Lake Hylia, which I like, especially with those river hints not being super desirable. This is a good alternative place to get some information from.
Ooh, boy, did Lefty just get a hint.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So, Ocarina of Time is Epona's song. That means a few things.
Yep.
First of all, hold on, what was that underwater?
Ooh, I did not catch that. Did anyone see it?
It looked like it wasn't junk, but it also didn't look super important. I didn't quite catch it. Anyway, we're probably getting other chances to see that. Toad is about to show us the song that Saria teaches us. So Epona locks a bunch of things, and that is Minuet. So no problem getting to Sacred Forest Meadow as an adult here. That's actually pretty neat. Yeah, nope. Final treasure of what is a slingshot? Ice Cavern, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ice Cavern final is a slingshot. Cool. So with Epona on OT, that means it's pretty much out of reach for getting into Gerudo Fortress as an adult. It is out of reach for doing horseback archery. And Kakariko. Wow, all the user songs are in Kakariko today. And underwater. And Gerudo Training Ground Toilet is dead. I am very sorry, Dastar.
That did not say dead. That said bow.
What?
That said bow.
Oh goodness.
Oh, that.
They flushed the toilet. Or the bow down the
There's
toilet.
a bow in the toilet, and we have trouble getting there thanks to not in logic, thanks to not having Epona. I'm loving this seed already.
Incredible.
Where are my hook shots?
Yeah,
Give me
so
a hook shot.
For logical access to Gerudo Training Ground, you either thus need to complete all dungeons, so the 3 stone dungeons plus the medallion dungeons to be able to, the 3 stone dungeons to be able to get to Epona's song, or you need both hookshots to have logical access to the Gerudo area. Never mind that we can also walk backwards through the desert. That one doesn't count for logic purposes. Redead Grotto has a bottle of eye drops, but we've already seen Bigoron is dead. We've also seen a hint just then.
Big Pose are dead.
Yeah, Big Pose are dead is on the Nocturne pad hint. And Final Treasure of Ice Cavern is indeed a slingshot. So bunch of information again because the runners are splitting basically 2 and 2 going adult and child here. Epona also logically locks getting back Big Pose, but we've already seen that is dead, so that's not going to be in question or in the picture here.
Mm-hmm.
It does really make me wonder where Requiem's gonna show up at, because I think that's gonna play a big part in determining if we're going to need all dungeons or not.
Oh yeah, so Requiem has just become a crucial song to find. If that's out of the way, we might very well just need to do all dungeons for that bow, for example.
Yeah, I know that we saw what Burning Cack was. Someone mentioned it in chat that's Prelude. So that's leaving very few places where it could be. Oh, hey, look, the other thing we need to get into the toilet once we get over there.
Mm-hmm.
Is the game just going to keep feeding us all dungeon items and the iron boots
I
here,
hate
or
this.
what is going to happen?
It would be so funny if water is our logical first temple. Well, other than DC.
Yeah. Sunsong is Hinted Serenade.
Yeah, so there's becoming kind of less and less places that Requiem could be. I guess there's like Adult Forest would be the big one I would be thinking of.
With what we're thinking about it being kind of like water, haha, being the first dungeon, Requiem could just be at Requiem.
Yep, I am trying really hard not to think about that possibility.
Well, that's why I'm here.
So you can make me think about the terrible things that I don't want to think about.
We have a bow in the toilet. What more do you want?
I mean, Sadie was probably cackling at that qual that had the entrance to the jet bridge, hiding in Haunted Wasteland.
Oh, let me tell you, I went back and watched part of that, and I was delighted. I was delighted. I was at work when you messaged me about that, and I was so happy.
I think my words were something like, "Where you at? We ballin'."
That was exactly what Tobias said. Can confirm.
That was the long shot on Haunted Wasteland, right?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Yep. I remember that. It was fun.
Oh my god, could that happen today? It could. It could certainly happen, but that would be very rude. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What would be the requirements for that to happen if we got access
basically
to Requiem?
Logical access to all dungeons.
Yeah.
Yep. Drugs 2's dead. Hooray.
Drugs 2 is dead. We already knew that from River being foolish, and Kakariko is still... Burning Cack is still the Prelude of Light.
Why can it not be on Haunted
Because
Wasteland?
the water is one of our stones.
And?
Oh, yeah, because all dungeons then.
To get Epona to actually get out there.
Oh, right.
That's unfortunate. Right. Not in this universe then, but in some other universe, the randomizers will cook up a seat like that.
It's okay. Something like hover boots will be in there.
Yeah, hovers can be in Wasteland.
Or Rudos. You know, whatever the last item we need is.
Right. I forgot you have to be able to get over the gap.
Note, we did not today get a foolish dungeon.
That's a little scary.
Except Ganon's Castle, but you know.
Well, when you have to have light arrows to get in Ganon's Castle, it kind of limits the usefulness of Ganon's Castle needing anything anyway.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, light arrows are hinted by the Evil's Bane path in these settings.
Right.
And just today I've seen someone run a practice seed that had a Path of the Hero as well. Which, if you didn't know that one, Ice Cavern is Path to something red. What?
Isis Path.
Oh boy.
Okay, so we have Spirit Path to Volvagia and Ice Path to Volvagia. That sucks.
That is rude. Okay, so we logically need Rudo's Letter at least to get into Ice Cavern. Which could just mean that, for example, Spirit is just going to have your Rudo's Letter. Yeah. To get something like the hammer in Ice Cavern. Or hover boots.
Yep.
What was that in Tektide? I did not
Looked
spot
like a
that.
rupee.
All right. Anyway, Ice Cavern is going to give us something useful to get to Volvagia. So for path hints, a Path of the Hero is basically a path that comes after both the medallion paths and the bridge paths in basically in the dungeon order, or in the path order rather, and it means something you need to use the light arrows. Basically, something you need to beat Ganon. That is not the medallions, and that is not the light arrows themselves.
Yep. Bow or magic or strength leading
Yep.
to bow or magic usually.
Mhm.
So I was joking at that friend who ran that seat. Basically, you have a Bane path and you have a hero's path. You're gonna be sitting here while I'm gonna go get a coffee, and you're gonna still be here when I get back. Spoiler: he wasn't, because he's actually good at this video game.
Oh, was everything just on the path? Just
Nah,
linear?
it was
Oh, okay.
I don't even know what was Path of the Hero. I think it was Kakariko that was Path of the Hero, which is just a nothing burger in terms of information. Oh, hey, there's Song of Storms.
Ooh,
Final
okay.
Treasure in Ice.
Hmm.
Yeah, okay, so Final Treasure of Ice Cavern, by the way, is a slingshot, which is not going to be a path item
Nope.
for Volvagia in this case.
Bottom of the well, anyone?
We have ZL, we have plenty of explosives, we have Song of Storms now. I can think of worse places to be, just in terms of density.
Yeah, I definitely don't think it's a terrible choice now that we have Song of Storms and one less song location to check. Why not?
Adult Sacred Forest Meadow is in logic, by the way. Love Ood is asking in chat. We got Minuet from Child Sacred Forest Meadow.
Yep. We just like back pumping over Mido because Mido's a loser.
Get dunked,
Yeah.
nerd.
Indeed. Oh, hey, Crest found a big chest in Sacred Forest Meadow. What do we get? We get a boomerang. Oh no.
Oh,
I mean,
no.
we need that to beat Jabu anyway. So meh.
Let's hope we don't have an SFM path.
Yeah, that would be.
I mean, it's good if you're not going to check that, but you're going to check Wolfos Grotto.
You're gonna be in SFM twice. You're gonna check Wolfos Grotto. You're gonna have those bomb chews in most cases. They're from Rufio, for Christ's sake.
Well, yeah. Well, that's what I'm getting at, is because you're with path prioritization, you are expected to get a Jabu path and a forest path before you get Volvagia paths in these settings. So the fact that we have two Volvagia paths concerns me greatly.
I would agree. This also means, by the way, nothing that we find in Ice Cavern or in Spirit Temple is going to help us get to Baronade or to Phantom Ganon.
Right.
Because that's the way this path prioritization works. The things that are path hinted as, for example, the locations that are path hinted as path to Volvagia, for example, they cannot have anything that's going to be helpful for. Wait, is it location based or is it item based? I'm confused.
What do you mean?
No. So let me finish the explanation. Path prioritization basically means you're going to get a path hint for Jabu and Forest because they're you need those to get across the bridge, the Rainbow Bridge to Ganon's Castle, and that's going to be earlier in the prioritization order than getting all the medallions to get the boss key to Ganon's boss chamber airdrop to you. So if we've already seen two, as you said, Volvagia path hints in this seed, and we so far have not seen any Baronade or Phantom Ganon path hints.
One thing that
fishy.
that's gross. One thing that I did realize, though, is that since we have a wallet, doesn't that mean that at least the path of Volvagias won't be for a fire tunic?
No, definitely. Oh, hey, Kakariko is on the path to Evil's Bane, and Krez is the first to actually show us the hints in Zora's River, despite it being foolish. I think this is a good time investment. I agree. This is not a bad choice here. This can potentially be two more path hints that he finds that his opponents on restream, and obviously many other opponents in the qual room. There are 83 participants today.
The priority
might
is
not
placed on the item. Sorry.
On the item, yeah, I got that. I got that wrong. Sorry. Frogs 2 is dead. Well, thanks, game. You're giving us that hint in a foolish location where Frogs 2 also exists. So.
That's always fun.
Colossus hands are Bombek and Smolky. Are you friggin' kidding me?
Okay,
Well,
so because that was a separate hint, that bomb bag is not our path to Volvagia, correct?
no, it's
This
not.
is true.
Interesting.
No, it's not.
What the?
We have a hinted Bombek, we have a hinted Bow, and we have 2 path locations to Volvagia. What is this seed?
I am trying to decide if I use my like once a stream F-bomb right now because that is stupid.
No.
Yes.
What you do, Sadie, is when we find the next sometimes hint that says it's a hook shot, that is when you start dropping the F-bombs, because that would just basically blow out the Phantom Ganon path also.
Hold on, what was that hint on Lefty's side?
Toilet.
Oh, that was the toilet again.
It was just a toilet repeat. So, yeah. So the priority is placed on the item, but basically that means you're not going to find an item that's useful for Jabu or for Forest Temple in those path hinted locations for the Volvagia paths.
Interesting.
Because then they would have been hinted path to Jabu or Forest Temple.
Right.
You're not going to find required items for these 2 dungeons in those locations.
That is interesting. The way that hint distribution works out. And would really have me wondering if, like, Hookshot and Rudo's Letter are fairly accessible? And it's just Fire and Shadow that are really messy and gross?
That's a really good question. Okay, so we are kind of... there's a bomb bag.
There
I think that was Lone Scrub Grotto. Yep, that was Lone Scrub Grotto in Hyrule Field. But wait, that's bomb locked. Yeah.
That is bomb.
I hate this.
We're doing great, y'all. We're doing great.
Hammer, my kingdom for a hammer.
Yeah, I mean, I would presume that hammer is what's sitting in either ice or spirit. But I'm trying to think of what the other item might be. Mirror? Or no,
Hovers.
But
If Volvagia is pretty early in the pretty early in the logical order or in the key order for Fire Temple, you can need hovers to get to Volvagia.
yeah, it could also be something
just
gross like a bow if the bow in the toilet isn't accessible without the first one.
Krez is giving the treasure chest minigame the old college try, and so far he is 2 for 5.
Okay, come on, Krez, you got it.
Oh my goodness. Okay,
3 for
so it's a 1 in
5.
4 chance now that he's going to just get this.
Oh my god. This is gonna lose it. Yeah.
Yep. There you go.
dang.
Giving it the old college try is not a bad shout.
No.
It's less than a minute of time investment if you just do it once, and it is, if you get lucky, 1 in 32 is not bad odds. If you think about the fact that there were 83 runners in this qualifier. Oh, hey, it's Dampe o'clock for Krez. Good time management here.
Yeah, overall, even though our runners have taken very different routes, it seems like they're all doing pretty good at kind of picking up things, following some threads. Obviously, Krez and Narvel are ahead on medallions because they went into DC. I do like that Tenacious Toad has the most songs so far, and I do think that information is super useful. Ooh, Krez Krez is actually down in the child's grave. I'm going to be interested to see what's in the torchlit chest because I don't think we've seen it yet.
All right, Serenade for Krez here. Bomb Shoes for Lefty, who is probably kicking himself that he didn't have those earlier.
Yep, and eye drops for Toad, which are useless because Big Goron's just a bloopy.
Mm-hmm. As Lefty just reminds us.
Yeah, so
I
I'm
should
going to
probably
watch
update that
Krez
next
for a
restream
minute and
command.
see what this chest is. Because this is out of logic, and it's nothing.
Nothing.
Wait.
He's still opening it in the hopes of finding more bomb chews. He does not have a comfortable amount of bomb chews or a bomb bag yet.
Oh, is it target? Stay on target. Nope.
Yeah, we're definitely kind of at the point where we're looking for something, but at this point, what would be the best option for our runners?
Hookshot, get in the
Hook
forest.
shot.
Ooh, I do like that Toad is checking the Storm's grottos.
Mm-hmm. Storm's grottos are good. They have a hint stone on them, even if they're dead. Or, forget what I say. I don't know anything. I'm just here.
You're just here vibing.
Oh, there's your logical bomb bag. Woo!
Fine.
All right, cool. We know all
Great.
3 bomb bag locations. That is in the Storm's Grotto in DMT.
In
All right.
31 minutes, we know all 3 bomb bags.
And that puts everything, I think, into logic that we've
Yep.
found so far.
Right, because it puts the strength in.
Mm-hmm.
Right, yeah, puts the strength in, puts the bomb bags, the other bomb bags in. We have no clue where a bow is yet. We have no clue where a hook shot is. Krez is the first one into the
where
well.
a bow is.
Well, we hope we don't need that one, but...
So, just a fun little note here. Toad is going to check this,
Big chest weld center.
but that is a rare occasion where we could have seen the rare jump over the stones. If there is a big chest on the center one, you can backflip onto the chest and jump over those boulders.
Yep.
It's not logical.
Because the
but
video
you
game
can-
developers never thought there would be a big chest in here because randomizers were not a freaking thing when they came up with this video game.
Right.
Okay, another big chest for Krez here. That is Kokiri sword, bomb locked in the well.
No! Put that
That is
back!
a stone dungeon item.
At
It unlocks us Deku Tree. Honestly, it's Deku Tree. It's a 5-minute time
fast.
at most, and it is pretty check dense. I would not be opposed to doing that over going back adult, honestly, after this.
Yeah, I
Again,
think
there's
that
another...
while you're child, you go do it.
Yeah. Again, there's another big chest in the center of the well here, which Krez is also going to show us. And I think he's not sure that he actually got the item out of the farthest casket here. At this point, just walk up to the casket and backflip and have a look.
Yeah.
I'd rather not backflip, use the camera glitch here. Like so. Prox 2 still dead. And double defense for Toad.
We love an early double defense.
Lefty is preparing Skull Mask here. We have
This is hinted
seen a hint.
somewhere.
It is
We have seen
hinted,
it-
but
seen a
I
hint
don't
in-
think Lefty
oh.
has seen it.
Okay.
And there is your Ice Cavern access. It might be out of logic, but that bottle is all you need to actually complete Ice Cavern, which is a path to Volvagia.
Yep.
Yay.
Um.
One bottle ice cavern.
Wait, where was Rudos? Was it the bottom?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't Rudos. It was literally just an empty bottle.
Oh, it was a bot. Okay, never mind. It's like I didn't
All
see
right.
Rudos. Okay, you're just saying Rush Ice.
Yeah,
I agree.
Rush Ice is honestly Rush Path Ice.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can dispute me, but
No, I think
I'm
that
not-
that's a pretty good call. I would still do Deku before going
I-
back adult.
I disagree.
Yeah, I would agree.
Because the last time we saw a Path Ice, Tobias, you remember what was in there?
No, I don't actually. What was that again?
It was a Zora tunic, a hook shot, and iron boots.
Oh, right. All of them not passed to Morpha, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, or they were path to locking all the ways to change the water level inside of water.
That one was ridiculous.
That's
Which qual
terrible.
was that, IT guy?
Oh God, I don't remember. Like it was one of the first ones.
It
You've
was
already
very
blocked
silly,
it
and I
from your
highly
memory.
recommend you go watch that seed. Like the VOD is over on the Zelda Speedruns YouTube channel, and give that a watch. It's oh boy.
I think it actually might have been the first qual, to be honest, or second one maybe.
First or second sounds about right, and yeah, that was just about giving us a taste of what we can expect for Season 8, it seems. Alright, Lefty is showing us a new chick, Hyrule Castle Fairy here. Meanwhile, Krez is on his way through the well. Lockpits has nothing, the Like didn't have anything.
Dead Hand
And it
didn't
looks
have
like-
anything, really.
Yeah, so the only thing the well gives us is a bottle to go yet further out of logic. Which is interesting. Krez is betting the same thing I am, honestly, at this point, which is collect your skulls.
Ooh, yeah.
10 and 20 skulls might very well be your answer to the item. Where's the item that unlocks the seed?
Yeah, and with the item we have, we definitely have at least 10 and should have 20 with that bottle. Someone in chat, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not good at skull
No,
counting.
the bottle gives you at least 9 on its own, so
Yeah.
yeah,
Yep.
definitely. Blue fire arrows, by the way, on Hyrule Castle Fairy, so that's another option to do Ice Cavern.
Ooh. That's
Yep,
actually really
and-
nice.
Unlike the bottle, those also put unfreezing King Zora into logic. Well, not in logic per se. Make unfreezing King Zora more convenient. And I think, oh dear, Krez is in Kakariko at nighttime in Child Kakariko. He might run past straight past his magic.
I also want to point out Virgil Dante's comment in chat, which is oh yeah, we can use those blue fire arrows, but with what bow?
He
I
does
mean,
raise a valid
technically,
point.
You know,
I don't want to be the
Maybe
technically,
Link can just
but
use them like darts and just, you know.
all I'm saying, I'm not arguing with developers, but if you equip the lighter or the ice arrows with no bow, you still draw a bow. I'm just saying, there's still a bow.
Yeah, that bow somehow still exists, but despite having the ice arrows, can't fire a single thing with that bow. It's weird.
You know,
No, but you can use it to flip over Minuis.
That's true.
it is super concerning that Krez is not going to get that magic, because I bet money Krez goes adult before ever coming back here for Anju.
Yeah, this is not great. He might actually lose a lot of time to this. But he is at 10 skulls, so let's see what he gets. Deku Nuts!
Yeah, I do
Nothing.
feel like Krez is the furthest ahead, so he's got a little bit of time to lose, but you don't want to.
No. I mean, Kokiri Sword, yeah, honestly, I would still go Deku.
Yeah.
Just because of density.
Yeah,
It's a bunch of stalls as well, so...
Density, and I'd be thinking about not wanting to go back to child again. Someone pointed out earlier that this was a super extended, like, child 1 phase for a lot of people. So you don't want to have to come back here again if you don't have to.
Yeah,
Right.
a lot of people probably won't want to go back child until they find their letter.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's gonna be rough if it's,
I will field our path to
magic-
Baronade!
What?
Castle 2 hint.
Did we find the boomerang in the field? Where's the note sheet? Where's the note sheet?
Boomerang was on
SFM
Gold
Grotto, so that is just super important information that Narvel just found.
and it's not the bomb bag either.
No. That is going to be your letter.
Oh, has anyone
We
checked,
haven't seen Remote Grotto yet.
What about the Boulder Destiny?
We have seen Boulder.
Okay.
I don't believe we've seen Southern Remote.
Yeah.
Or
haven't seen Southern Remote. We have seen Tektite Grotto peaked.
Okay.
Yes.
That was my next question.
Yeah, I think it's gotta be Southern Remote at this point. That's a spicy.
Virgil says all the field was checked, nothing was there. Disagree. I don't think we've seen Remote Grotto yet.
I would also disagree because then there's nothing left that can be hinted as a path.
Wait.
Because OOT is a hint.
Hold on, the bomb bag was in Hyro Field and the boomerang was in the SFM Grotto.
Yes.
Is
And
the bomb
there is
bag
another.
the way to get into the grotto?
No.
But there is a free bomb bag in the well.
Yep.
Okay.
And I think
And
I
we
don't
know
even think it was
Pose is
CL
dead.
locked or anything. It's just straight up.
Yeah, you're right. Weird.
And since the Ocarina of Time song is its own thing and its own always hint, it won't be your path item in these settings. That could only happen if you have settings like, for example, SGL settings where you play 3 stones plus Vanilla Bridge. That would give you basically the chance to get Hyrule Field hinted path for the Ocarina of Time song, because you're not getting an always hint for that. Oh boy.
Oh, my head's hurting. Oh boy.
So bombs are in TMT Storms. Storms was on Minuet.
Right.
And Saria's was accessible.
And
Saria's was accessible.
And it cannot be the OOT path because it would be GTG to Baronade if that was the case.
You know, Chad, would one of you want to check Tektite Grotto and go VOD diving and verify that that was a bloopy I saw?
What would it be other than a bloopy?
I don't know. I don't know.
I have a I have somewhat of a history of misidentifying Rudo's letters, so I'm not gonna make any comment in that direction.
Well, yeah, but it looks like a piece of heart. It doesn't look like. Well, maybe it was a piece of heart. Who knows?
It used to look just like a bottle until people put it on its side.
Right.
Oh, we love a mispeak. We hate a mispeak. You know, if our runners are going to suffer, then I want them to suffer for funny reasons and not sad reasons.
Yep, mispeaks are definitely sad. Why is Narvel equipping them ice arrows?
Narvel, you don't got a bow, buddy.
Maybe is doing this into like SFM and wants to flip over Mido or something.
Possibly. But he does have Minuet.
Yeah,
he has his iron boots. Kakariko Village still on a path to Evil's Bane. Tenacious Toad, the second runner on Restream to go for those 3 river hints.
Oh, I know why they're on there. Haha. I figured it out, guys. I know why Narvel's got him equipped. It's because he went adult. The game auto puts items on.
No, he just he does intentionally equip them, so...
Oh.
He's probably just gonna backflip over Mito. No chance to go and get the Crater Song yet. And Lefty is the first one, because I don't think he has seen that Skullmask is dead hint. It was hinted in Trail.
Yeah.
Lefty is the first and probably only run on Restream to check Skullmask.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting that how long Lefty has spent child, because hasn't gone back adult to go do DC yet, so hasn't really had much of a reason to go up Trail.
So this could be the strategy though. I'm not saying it's the right one or the best one or whatever, but it seems like some of the quals, the optimal play was the extended child one.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what won you the qual. And maybe Lefty's just decided, you know what, I'm going to clear child first until I can't do anything.
Yeah, and
I mean,
he
probably would have gone adult if he had. He probably would have gone adult if he had, more than just out of logic.
Bullshit.
Bomb choose available to him to do something like the Dodongo's Cavern, because after all, the Dodongo's Cavern is one of your Hyrule Field to Baronade is the other hint is hinted around the Deku Tree as well. Okay, because after all, the Dodongo's Cavern is one of your required dungeons. Lefty is hot on Krez's heels as with regards to going into Deku Tree here.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Lefty has that magic bar that Krez is lacking because he has not been in Kakariko as a child. One can hope that he's going to remember this soon, and before he goes back adult, uses either his Nocturne or his spawn point to get back, get that unjuiced chicken check out of the way, because it's gonna be nagging in his mind anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, luckily they do have Nocturne, so being able to get back to Kak is easy for them this seed. I still
he also
don't
knows
think
Kak
he
is
does
path
it.
to Bane, so.
Oh, true.
I mean, Kak to Bane could be magic. I'm just saying, there is a world.
Mm-hmm.
It probably is.
Yeah, as long as the light arrows are magic locked, Kak to Bane could just be that magic. Because you don't need magic to beat Jabu or Forest. Well, I shouldn't say you don't need it to beat Jabu.
Certainly could, but it could. But that could also put Krez on the right path here, because after all, he doesn't have that magic yet, as the only one on Restream. All right, everyone's a child now. Tenacious Toad is heading into the well. NarvilBase is NarvilBase is not a child.
Yeah, Narvel's about to get this bomb bag here. And then I would be surprised if Narvel stays adult much longer. I don't think he has a lot that he can do. So far, nothing in Deku Tree, is there?
Yeah, nothing. Legendary quote from a German football commentator once, one back in the day, was just he said something along the lines of, "Someone scoring would be good for this game," which is, I think, one of the all-time great lines of football commentary nonsense.
Yeah.
And to be clear, soccer for the American folks.
Yeah.
Who? Nothing in Deku Tree, but yeah, I think they're all just looking for that one item that'll unlock this seed. I think it'll be a hookshot.
That's not true. There's still one check left.
I agree. If there's nothing on Goma, what do you think Krez's play is from here?
Turn in skulls.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hunt skulls. Go to 20.
Yeah.
You're running really, really low on checks.
Oh,
basically.
look!
Oh, there's a hook shot.
Oh, that was in Tectite Grotto!
It was definitely that. There's your path to Baronade.
Yep.
And it was blue,
Speaking
so
of an
I thought it
item
was a
that'll unlock the
bloopy.
seed.
Oh, and speaking of why we don't see a, we haven't seen a PG path.
That's why.
Okay, okay, it's all come together. So yeah, I mispeaked that, and I saw it was blue, so I assumed it was a bloopy. But no, that was a hook shot.
And Narvel just pulled ahead, basically.
Yeah, massively. Oh my gosh, good job, Narvel.
He's going child still, though.
Yeah, I mean, you could go into forest, but you don't have a bow, so you can't go very far.
And I blinked and missed Krez fighting Goma, so,
Oh,
let's see.
he was fighting Goma. Yeah, yeah. Important.
Yep, Spider dead. And we get
Yay!
a hard container. I mean, we're gonna complain about that.
I want a skin for Link that makes his sword look like a giant shoe, so when I'm fighting Goma, it's like I'm smacking her with a shoe. I hate spiders. I hated Goma when I was a kid. She terrified me. I always had to have my dad beat her, even though she was super easy. I do think this is a good move for Narvel, because Narvel's now going to get all the stuff that Krez and Lefty has, which I think is going to put Narvel in a really good position when he goes back adult. Now we just need a goddamn bow.
We know where one is.
We know where one
is. What are you
is.
talking about? It's there. It's in the toilet.
Oh.
And, well, there's a bunch of songs we haven't checked. Could still find Requiem.
We could, although I don't think we've got a lot
Narvel
of
now has
songs.
access to the Bolero song check, so...
Ooh, I did not think about that, but yeah.
And that has a 1 in 4 chance of just being Requiem.
Yep, I agree. Goma's Babies terrified me as a kid, too. Until I played Master Quest, and then I had a new fear, because they were all over the place.
Oh boy. Alright, Narvel getting that Kokiri sword. Krez doing a late 3-song route here. Or dip into London Ranch anyway.
So I'm trying to... Oh, those are... So our song checks that are left, for anyone who is wondering, is we have the Prelude check after you get the Forest Medallion. We have Ice Cavern. We have Colossus. And we have... Gosh, I was just looking at what the other one was.
OOT?
We know what OOT is.
Oh, you mean... Okay.
Yeah, I'm thinking as far as, like... Look, oh, and the Bolero check. So those are our 4 locations we still need to check. Bolero we now have access to. Still can't get the Forest Medallion.
Nope,
and that's probably pretty deep.
Lisa needs hover boots for that.
Yeah, so it's really feeling like if it isn't in Ice and it isn't in Bolero, Requiem is probably out at Colossus.
Virgil Dante in chat saying Forest Med Shadow says hello. Yeah, but that is saying hello in exactly the same way a mafia boss says hello, you know?
Say hello to my little friend.
Here's a bomb bag for Lefty. He's not too keen on that, I think.
Yeah, and see, Lefty doesn't know yet about the other bomb bag in the well, so Lefty probably knows a little bit. In fact, does Lefty know about the Hyrule Field hint yet?
That was on
It was behind
Deku Tree and Hyrule Castle 2.
He definitely knows about it because it was behind Deku.
Yes,
Yeah. I'm a little worried that Lefty's now seen that and is like, oh, that's what I was looking for. I don't need to do anything else. And yeah, is going to head back adult with that bomb bag. So Lefty's going to miss out on that hook shot for a little bit at least.
Yeah, but I think he has peak Tektite, so he should be good. And that is the last runner in this race, I think, learning that Hyrule Field's on the path to Baronade, so...
Although I will say, weren't the irons in bottom of the well? Lefty going adult here will not be good.
Nah, irons are on Goron City Maze.
Oh, they're Goron City Maze? Oh, right. Okay. I'm keeping track. I'm paying attention.
We know you are.
Yeah, ADHD meds are working as good as they can.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, with that hook, they'll also be able to check on top of the lab.
Mm-hmm. I think this is the first person to check child fishing.
No, I think either Lefty or Toad did earlier. It was just like a stick or a sling, something like that. I think it was a stick.
Was there anything in DC? A strength. It's in the lobby. And a nocturne here from Lefty.
Yeah, I'm going to be interested to see what Lefty does with that bomb bag.
Most likely explosive checks?
Yeah, I hope so. I hope he's not just gonna go, bombing places for the fun of it. Wasting all those bomb chews.
So
Narvel is headed into Forest Temple.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think terrible.
This is a bunch of skulls.
Bunch of skulls can check up to the bow check. Why not? If you're here.
It's only 2 checks. If we don't get a key.
Skygoro hoping to have
key.
the first bow in here somewhere, which would be fun. I bet it'll be a scale.
Oh, we have Song of Time. Yeah, we're definitely getting a key. Never mind. Just kidding.
Hmm.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
We have access to the courtyard.
Yeah. I'm seeing that. Don't mind me. I swear I'm looking at trackers.
Baseball, I said I hoped it was a scale specifically for you, so I'm gonna wish that into existence. I don't know what we do with a scale, but I sure hope it's there. I guess that'd get us into water. Logically. Wait, no, we don't.
Ow.
No, yep, sorry. I always seem to think that scale is required to get into water.
Well, it's not, but you also need 2 of them.
Yeah.
Oh, are we getting immediately rewarded?
Oh.
Is this your answer?
Is it a long shot? Is it a long shot?
Oh,
It is a long
Jesus!
shot! Oh my
Are
god,
you
this was
kidding
the answer!
me?
That's your logical bow access!
This seed sucks.
This sucks! Fuck this seed! There's your
Fuck
F-bomb!
this seed! Thank you, Tobias. I was just thinking I need to use my 1 F-bomb.
Oh
Well,
my goodness,
that
logical
counts.
first bow and GTG in the toilet!
That
No!
catapults Narvel into the lead, which is exciting. You know, we don't have favorites, but I do love cheering for our restreamers.
Bridge, yes, that can be the path to Baronade.
Also, Bronze Noob on it. I'm on it.
Dassar,
Because-
get over here.
Both hooks are required, and that is 100% a hook block hook. So yes, hook long shot could be the required for like Ritos and GTG or somewhere.
Well, and I was about to say, like, Narvel also has everything to do the toilet, right? Do you need a scale for the toilet? Okay, perfect.
No, you have iron.
You just need the iron boots.
So the scale logic for toilet is only diving for the top rupee,
Okay.
and that is a trick.
Yeah, and I think that that's part of what my confusion is I never remember what's a trick and what's logical.
Right, and the trick only applies if you're shuffling silver rupees, and only to that top one.
Baseball said, I like where Sadie's head is at. We need more scale requirements.
Mm-hmm.
I know, I think it would be funny. If you have to be in water, you have to have a scale. There's 2 of them. And how many skulls is that for Narvel at this point?
Tracker says 5, but I don't think that's up to date.
8. Awesome. Yeah, Virgil said it's 8.
He has a number of scales that is less than 10. That is how many he has.
All right, so Narvel now has some options available to him and is going to be the one to watch for a bit because we're probably going to see GTG soon. Might even do a blind run across the wasteland. So we're going to find out if Requiem is saying out at Requiem.
If you have the opportunity to get across the wasteland, definitely. But first of all, he's stealing some lunch money from a kid, or saving Termina, depending on how you interpret these actions.
And happy 1 hour, everyone. This seed sucks.
Yep, welcome to Qual 12. This seed sucks.
Yep. Let's make sure to give our runners a follow. Lefty, Tenacious Toad, NarvilBase, and Krez. They're all putting on a great show for us and putting up with this crap for our amusement. Thank you to our trackers, Baseball, Virgil Dante, Skygoro, and Bronze Noob for clicking all the buttons so we know what's actually going on here. And thank you for joining me in the comms booth, Tobias and Sadie. And of course, Sadie for restreaming this monstrosity.
Thank you for joining us as well.
And thank you all, and thank you for y'all's patience while I relearned how to restream this morning.
You got this.
It's okay.
Anyway,
it's practice.
This is one for the record books. Logical first bow in toilet with Epona on Oot, hook shot at Tektite Grotto, long shot early in forest, free bomb bag. The third one we find in DMT Storm's Grotto, Storm's Grotto on Song of Storms on Minuet, and Minuet on Saria's song. There's your logic chain working this all backwards.
Okay.
So that is Sphere 7, I think?
Something stupid like that.
I hate this.
Yeah.
No trace of Requiem, so I'm just going to assume Requiem is going to be at Requiem.
So,
because at this point...
Yeah.
I have seen a lens. I have seen someone pick up a lens, I think.
Yeah, the only other place at this point that Requiem could be is at the end of Ice Cavern.
Requiem has been found. Apparently, it was just gotten by Narvel. That was in the desert, in the crater.
Yeah,
there we go. We completely missed it.
Yep.
So there's that.
So I don't mind the fire dip for that first check. You find out instantly if you need a hammer or not. It prevents you from going like, okay, where's my hammer and last location it because it's vanilla.
Yeah, and with two Volvagia paths, you want to know.
Right.
There's Saria's song. No, what was that?
Sun Song.
in
That's actually going
in
to
the
be
desert.
really good for some skull hunting.
Mm-hmm.
Neat.
Oh, I guess Bigoron sword was on KD.
Mhm.
So we have a 30-minute time save sword. That'll help.
Invisible spinning blade room has the light, arrows.
Right there in
Magic.
the Shadow Temple.
It's magic.
All right, magic is your path to Evil's Bane then.
Or Dens. I guess it could be Dens.
Not
If-
magic
if-
itself.
On 20.
Oh yeah. Well, potentially.
Still
And you
need
know,
Dens to get
Krez
in
is
shadow.
able to get out there without the magic, which means that Krez will be able to get that hint and hopefully realize he needs to go back to CAC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because again, Evil's Bane will not be hinted. Or the light arrows won't be hinted path to Evil's Bane in this case because they've been specifically hinted on a name on a specific sometimes hint. And there's Kress, the second one, getting his long shot. Lefty, meanwhile, just about to get his logical bomb bag.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because...
So-
so to be match.
Yep.
So, because of that light arrow hint, we will never have a shadow path, which is why we have 2 Volt paths.
Yep.
Because
Oh,
you
wow.
cannot hint Evil's Bane over anything in shadow because everything in shadow is required to get it.
Yep.
That's
Everything to beat Shadow.
funny.
Yep.
Oh, minus bombs. Minus bombs, but you have to have bombs before that anyway.
Yeah, you have to. You have to kerplode the BMOs and the wall behind it.
But
So
is
bombs are required
Spinning
as well.
Blades not the left room in there?
No, invisible spinning blades is the left room from the large room, but you need to.
Oh, it's bigger. It's in the
Yeah.
bigger area. Okay, never
Yeah.
mind. I was thinking it was the third or fourth check, depending on which one you go first.
Nope. And there's hookshot for Tenacious Toad. And
Yeah.
Lefty is about to find his iron boots as well. We'll probably beeline it then to Tektite Grotto. And then they're basically going to be all at the same level of information. Kakariko Village on the path to Evil's Bane. Just a reminder for Lefty here.
Yeah, let's hope Lefty puts together that bomb bag he got earlier is not the first one.
Lefty should know that the bomb bag he has is not the first one because it's bomb locked.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Narvil is now in Zora's domain, which we know Fountain is foolish, but domain could be something as a child. So King Zora could give us something, or the 2 child checks. Goron City on the path to Phantom Ganon.
Yep.
There's the hint you
Duh.
needed.
Hi, Iron
Duh.
Boots. How are you?
So Goron
your
City
iron boots
to get
to
iron
get
boots.
to-
Yeah.
Yep.
To get to the first and only available hook.
Does that mean that all
what?
bows are locked behind long shot?
Hold
Oh
on.
my god, you're right.
Oh no. These paths are fine. These paths are fine. They just converge on each other. Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind. It's all good because it's the irons are the hinted item to get the hinted item hook shot to get. Yeah. We're all good. We're all
We're
good.
into Volvagia, second copy. Fountain is foolish, but I don't think Narvil remembers that. No, he does. He's
Hey,
not worried about
hey.
the iceberg or underneath icy waters.
What if there's a bow out in Wasteland?
Yeah, there could be.
Sure.
There can be equally accessible bows, but on long shot.
Yeah.
Yep. We have our Phantom Ganon path, so this is cool. So long shot for Tenacious Toad as well. That leaves just Lefty to get his long shot, his hook shot and long shot then.
Mhm.
And going Ice Cavern here, I don't hate it honestly. It is, it's a hinted path location. You know that you have everything you have to complete. You need to complete it, and it can give you a useful song. Saria's song would unlock a few more checks for you. Bolero is just convenient to get into the crater. And thus also why Krez is the second one headed into Ice Cavern here.
We can't logically
Ice-
beat it, but we can still beat it.
Yeah. We
we're not
don't
supposed to
particularly
technically
care
be
about
here.
logic because this is a
Right.
path location. Let me add it. Toad is, I think, the first one going further in Forest Temple, though, and showing us a courtyard still, despite finding the long shot.
Not a terrible idea. You know you have to come back here at some point, so you might as well clear what you can.
Narvel and Crest did this too?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Did they?
I don't recall that, but that's fine. Either way,
We trust baseball.
right, I've definitely seen Crest do this. And there's Lefty grabbing his hook shot.
There we go.
The only one he could.
Yeah, so everything is starting to unravel. It's gonna be fine. There's no way this still winds up as an all dungeon seed.
Aim the jet until someone's in go mode.
Yep.
Jet.
Are you saying that specifically to like curse them into an all dungeon seed?
That was a commentator
basically
curse
all
if I've ever
dungeons.
heard one.
And if not, you are dipping every dungeon except maybe one.
There's a mirror
hey,
shield.
Wasn't Ice Path the Volvagia? Wasn't Ice
Nope.
Path the... No? It was Ice
Nope.
Path... No?
Ice
Nope,
is
was
Path to
not.
Volvagia, indeed.
Nope. Didn't hear it.
Hey,
I
y'all!
refused.
Hey, Bronze Noob! Guess what? I think you're getting your all dungeons for Rudo's letter.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, I
Unfortunately.
hate it.
You know what? I'm here for it. I'm ready.
Why is that all dungeons for Rudo's letter fodder?
Because Ice Cavern is Path to Volvagia, and we just got a mirror shield for a stone spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Krez always has the opportunity to do more checks here. Which Narvel is doing.
Yeah, I would get the song, honestly. Because Saria's would unlock some checks if it's here. It would unlock 2 checks, but...
What is on the other side? Is it a stick? It's something spinning on an axis. I just can't tell what it was. But I know Hammer also has is brown at the bottom and spins on an axis. I'm not quite sure what it was.
You know, Ice Cavern Final Treasure is a slingshot, so Narvel is just here for the song at this point. Krez, it seems, has reconsidered and is back on the way into Ice Cavern.
Yes, Hammer can be on HPA.
Yeah,
And I would also like to remind folks that Spirit Temple itself is Path to Volvagia, so you might not need to do all dungeons, but you might need to open a mirror lock check to get your hammer or something.
Right.
What if we find... Okay, but hear me out. What if behind it...
She's cooking. She's cooking, guys.
Oh dear.
What if behind a mirror lock check is a scale for... Or a water tunic for Central Pillar?
Stop!
I hate it.
Also, we have iron boots, so no need for a scale here.
Then my bet is going to be blue tunic, inside spirit. I am saying this out loud. Chat, you can check me in an hour.
So we have a wallet in what IGC that's just unavailable until after.
Possibly. Also, everyone's pointing out that Dompe dropped its tunic. So, okay, it's not going to be that.
Oh, perfect.
Also, wallet in IGC, not bloody likely with Foolish inside Ganon's castle.
Yeah.
Anyway, Narvel about to show us, Light Arrows, Red Rupee. Narvel about to show us the song here in Ice Cavern, and that'll give us all the song information we could ever need.
Mm-hmm.
Because the other song spot will have the other one of Bolero and Zarias.
It's a big chest. Oh my god.
Oh, the flank! My goodness, it is a slingshot.
Aww.
And there's
And we do get Zarias. Okay, so that unlocks 2 more checks. It unlocks Skull Kid, which I think was hinted nothing, and it unlocks, in this case, then one more check, which is Dancing Dad, Darunia's dance in Goron City Child.
Yeah.
All right.
And that's kind of nice, because if Narvel decides to go back Child and do... Did Narvel do Deku? Because I noticed that he doesn't have the Zora Sapphire.
Don't think he did.
That might drive him to go back and do Deku while also looping in those 2 checks.
And Chad is also correct. Darunia cannot be Rudos.
That is true, because it's locked behind having Rudo's letter. So Narvel looks to be the first runner headed into Gerudo Training Ground, which is hinted, or not hinted path, but we know that there is our logical first bow in there, which, again, rude.
Mm-hmm.
I just realized that if something in Spirit is mirror locked, we're going to have to find a second strength.
Yeah. Saria's could be our hammer. Like, it could be on... Hammer can be on Dad all day.
Could.
But...
By the way, I have messaged Daster about him missing out on this seed, and he sent me pictures from PAX Unplugged. So now, guess who's missing out?
Oh, I'm jealous. I've got a ton of friends there.
That's not fair.
I know, right? Didn't even invite me to fly across the country for it.
I think you could have flown across the country for it. Nobody would have stopped you.
That assumes I have money.
Point.
And time off.
Both problematic assumptions, indeed. All right, Tenacious Toad, the first across the desert. NarvilBase, right behind him. Seems to be time to just head into GTG here for our runners. I think that's the play here.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't have much else you can do right now. So go into GTG, see if you can get that bow, and just go from there. And then once you get the bow, you can go, spend some thinking time in the peaceful forest temple.
This is true. Nope, it is toilet time.
Let's go. All right, everyone. Bathroom break. Don't forget to get your bow out of there first.
Mm-hmm.
That seems like that wouldn't be good for the wood. Like, I feel like Link would do...
It's waterproof. It's fine.
Okay. I know nothing about bow construction.
Well, it's a fairy bow, so that means it's magical, so it's waterproof.
Oh, yeah.
Magically waterproof, and what else are we getting in GTG? You're fucking kidding me!
What was
Yes! We are not doing the toilet.
Okay.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
All that logical bow chain,
Uh-huh.
and there's just another one sitting friggin' next door.
Well, and here's
What?
the beautiful thing is you still couldn't, like, even if you wanted to, you had no way of getting out to Requiem just to get that.
Now I just want to see all bows in GTG, honestly. Just friggin'...
Yep.
Yeah, just give us them now. Like, let us have 50 arrows and be done with it.
Mm-hmm.
There is another big chest in the maze. It could happen. Why?
Oh, my gosh.
Usually you gotta pay for
That
this
is
kind of level of
exceptionally
entertainment.
silly. Game just tells you straight up, yeah, no, there's a bow in the toilet. And by the way, here are all the items you need to dive into that water. And there's another one right next to it.
Yep.
Literally next door. What in the world?
Yeah, petition to rename GTG to Bows Are Us.
Oh, that's great.
Uh,
Oh, come on,
Oh,
bow, give us a bow.
no, but it's the hover boots!
Which is the only other way you could have even done this, which is awesome.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
So,
GTG was the answer to everything?
Yep,
I don't know, Gomo training grounds?
right.
Okay.
Wah.
That lets us get through Shadow, right?
Nope.
We need dins. I mean, let's us get through Shadow, but we can't get in. There's another one in the lobby. Are you kidding me?
Oh,
It's Lens of Truth.
wow.
Yes.
So you couldn't, like, there was a... The Gerudos were like, we're tired of people just randomly breaking into our very, like, inclusive...
What was the archway?
Ooh, what was the archway?
I have no idea, but Krez just showed us it. I don't know. I don't know. It kind of feels inconclusive. Oh wow, there's just a junk chest in GTG. I am amazed. These things exist in here at this time of year.
In this economy?
Right.
In this area of the world? Located entirely within your GTG?
It's more likely than you think.
Krez didn't have a good angle walking backwards for it, so I couldn't see it.
Ooh, we did
If
see
someone
this...
feels like VOD diving.
Did we see this fairy fountain earlier on Krez's side?
Yes. We saw it on someone's side.
Yes, we definitely did. There's Lefty's copy of Requiem. Looks like a Deku Shield to Bronze Noob. That's... Yeah, that tracks with what I saw.
Yeah, that
Alright,
makes
so
sense.
these are 4 checks that we can't look at yet. Unless, of course, GTG also just provides us with a strength too.
What's the likelihood of that, though?
I think GTG...
There's another big chest sitting in the maze, so at this point...
I think GTG should give us fire arrows so we can go to Wasteland.
I hate it.
Y'all knew I was gonna say it.
I hate it. And it's not hinted dead, and I hate it.
It's not. It is one single check, and it's probably not it, but it would be very funny if it was it.
By the way, someone wants to clip me just going absolutely mad over that other bow, so I can send that to Dastar. I wouldn't be opposed to it.
Yeah, someone's gotta clip it. I was gonna clip it after this match anyway. But if someone clips it now, that'd be great.
Or the hook shot in Forest was pretty
God.
funny.
Alright, Toad has made his way around GTG, and now it is time to have a look at what that big chest in the maze is.
Skygoro is saying, so Hammer has to be Rova, right? And no,
Nah.
it could actually be our dens, is the dumb thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then Hammer is just sitting in shadow.
Alright. Big chest number, I lost count in GTG. Let's see what that is. Is it going to be our third bow?
Nope.
No, it's double magic.
Oh, Krez not getting punished.
Nope.
Never punished.
Rez is gonna get bailed out.
He's gonna be very happy about that.
Oh, thrilled.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Toad is just doing the thing. He's just doing Forest because, when you have medallion dungeons to do, you do medallion dungeons. And Forest is one of those dungeons that you want to do early-ish because you have to do it entirely no matter what. You have to complete all checks in Forest. There's no way around it. So, doing that early when you have the opportunity to just means that you might find something useful along the way that might help you cut corners in other dungeons, like Fire Temple, where you really don't want to go further than boss key unless you have to.
Right. Lefty doing a neat little unintended glitch here in the game where you can kind of climb down the wasteland thing and come back up, and it will do a funny thing where you can see the flags through all the nonsense.
Beacons are lit.
Hundor calls for aid.
I have a question, because Chad is trying to figure out the Hero's Bane path now that we have that second magic, that, thinking about it, it's not magic locked, which means that magic in CAC can't be path. I know there's some weirdness with ZL. Can ZL be a hero of... Okay.
No.
ZL can't be path to anything.
Then
except
what?
our hearts.
Wait. Do we think that Dins could be on 20?
Yes.
Potentially.
Yeah. 20 is path, I think. Because there's nothing else that we found in CAC.
Another reason to head into Forest Temple and collect all those skulls.
Yeah, and Krez is one skull away from 20.
Canonical last skull is always in Kakariko on the roof, so...
Yep.
Like,
Yeah,
I think
so
that's
Krez
the law.
might even be checking that soon.
It is known.
Ooh, and that'll be nice for Krez, because Krez will have hovers, then have Dins, then have magic, and be able to just go do Shadow.
Yep.
I think Krez might actually do Forest before that, but yeah.
Again, Shadow, you might potentially cut out a few checks if you are either really brave or know just that there can't be anything there. So do Forest first, I say.
Right.
Yeah, chat's also pointing out that we haven't checked adult shooting in Kakariko, so 2 possible locations.
Right. Okay, yeah, that's true.
Adult shooting, the world's most forgettable check, and it will punish you for forgetting it.
Right. Well, it's not like we didn't have like equally accessible bows in GTG at an hour and 30 minutes. Who does that check early anyway?
Oh yeah, it's not like anyone's ever, rushed GTG before.
Never. Doesn't happen.
Second runner on stream just going, oh, come on! No, third runner, actually.
Oh yeah, every single runner is like, okay, here's everything I've needed.
And then gonna find the hover boots and go, I literally could not. Well, no, you can backwalk it. The sand. So technically, it would have been possible, but
Narvel is having a hell of a time with that floor master.
yeah. That thing's like perma green.
Kind of rude, honestly. And that's how you do that. All right.
Double Forest Temple, yay!
Well,
Hello,
you're excited now. We might have triple Forest Temple. I don't think you've heard of that one, Pippin.
Oh, I'm feeling sleepy just thinking about it.
No, that floor master does not have a community name unless there's one that I don't know about.
I think that if we have the manager in Shadow Temple, we should have, like, the landlord.
The associate?
Well, I was thinking, like, the landlord in Forest, because it's, like, a big mansion. This seems like the kind of place that, maybe he Airbnbs, rents out for the summer.
Right. I mean, it kind of is mansion-like.
Yeah, just like the creepiest, most fucked up mansion you've ever seen. That's incredibly haunted. Like all good mansions.
Right. They made a movie
Is it
about
even
it
a
multiple
mansion?
times.
Is it even a mansion if there aren't at least 3 ghosts from the Middle Ages living there?
Mm-hmm.
Well, unliving.
Right. And there's a gallery in the basement. I mean, what more proof? It's a mansion. Hello, kitty.
Yeah, she woke up from her nap. And there we go. Krez has magic at an hour and a half in, about an hour after everyone else.
Mm-hmm. And not being punished for it. No, I was not suggesting Hello Kitty as a name for the floor master.
We are naming floor masters again?
They were coming up with the name for the
I am
one
going
floor.
to run a poll in the TSG Discord to come up with a name for the Forest Temple Floor Master. It's gonna happen.
You say so. There we go. Now there's a name. Floor Master McFloorface.
I'm good with that.
That's a pretty good one. That's a pretty good one.
We'll just shorten that to Floor Master, and we're good.
I don't know if anyone was bothering to pay attention there. That is a large chest on Hammer Rocks in
What?
Burrito Valley.
Excuse me?
You're excused.
I hate this.
Yes, it was. Yes, that is 100% a large chest on Grez's side.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not really much in Forest, but honestly, I wasn't expecting much after that hook shot.
Tobias Flameford.
Sure.
In German.
Not gonna do it.
I was just generally asking a question. I was guessing at what that meant.
It is in that word in that German word actually does mean flamethrower. Yes.
Okay. I was like, I think
Popular,
Warford means
popular
thrower.
meme just. Yeah, exactly. Popular meme just going like.
Right.
But more in the English-speaking internet, obviously.
Yeah.
Baseball, there is not anything in the Forest Temple. Basement's gonna be the boss key. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Lovely.
Woo!
So you had to come in here, get the hook shot, so you could go get your
Everything
get
else?
the long shot, so you could go get your bow, so you could come back here and do the rest of the dungeon and get nothing else for it.
I mean,
Honestly, this is just bow and forest with extra steps.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, the only thing that really could be here is Rudo's.
I guess there could be something on Phantom Ganon.
I mean, I do remember a recent qualifier that had entirely unhinted strength 2 in on Phantom Ganon in Stone Forest.
Uh-huh. I know exactly
Uh-huh.
which one you're talking about.
Yup.
I mean, we gotta get strength 2 at some point if we want to get kinda anywhere in spirit outside child side.
Narwhal getting smashed by the floor.
As you do.
Yep.
All right, Triple Forest is about to be over. Tenacious Toad has just about gotten Phantom Ganon off of his high horse.
Oh.
Takes a tennis ball to the face here.
Oh, just use your bottle. Use your bottle. Can you use bottle on Pam Ganon?
Oh, absolutely, you
Yep.
can.
And welcome to the Hyrule Open, everyone. Oh, never mind, it's over.
Yep. Get men's tennis over as soon as it began.
And that's game. And that's a bottle.
It's not
Yep.
the bottle we're looking for.
However,
There's a spirit medallion. We will
This is
take a
what we
fairy
are
bottle
wanting to
along for the
know.
ride.
because Lefty is going to be showing us the 20.
That might very well be Din's, yeah. Considering that magic in GTG is not magic locked, can't really be path.
I don't know what
the magic on chickens can't really be path.
Never mind. I know what it could be. I was like, I don't know of anything it can be other than Din's, but
Could
sure,
be
it
Rudo's
could be a
letter
strength.
could be Rudo's letter or a strength for unlocking new checks.
It could be a fire arrows for unlocking new checks.
I am more confused, honestly, by the fact that Rudo's letter is
What?
What?
I am more confused by the fact that Rudo's letter is is out there somewhere, and we have not.
It's adult shooting. It's adult shooting.
Yeah.
Oh, it is
Adult
adult
shooting,
shooting.
and that's
Yep.
why Lefty is right there. We have not seen we have seen a Baronade hit. Never mind.
Right. It was Hyrule. No.
It was Hyrule Field
Hyrule
for
Field.
Baronade for hookshot.
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous. I don't think that has in any way led us to Boomerang, so it is somehow for Rudo's letter, which just means.
Yeah. I was talking about it.
I mean, considering that hookshot kind of locked a lot of the back half of the seed, it wouldn't surprise me to have Rudo's behind it.
Oh,
there's Dins. All right.
There we
Time
go.
to do Shadow Temple, which is the other location that you want to be.
Kind of expected for like strength to go back to GTG for Dens, but who wants to do that?
I mean, we do know that there are light arrows in here. We'll see if there's anything else useful. Shadow Temple, again, one of those dungeons that you just do almost completely in 99% of the cases, so...
It would be very funny if there's not anything in here except light arrows.
Well, that just means there's a strength 2 somewhere, like, for example,
Child Spirit.
on Haunted Wasteland.
Yeah, because we know
Child
we
Spirit.
still have to go into Spirit for something, so we're probably not going to find what we need for fire in here. Ruda's letter or something to Ruda's letter is kind of the only thing that could be in here.
Yeah, but then that begs the question, then where's the third strength? Because if there are 2 strengths, like if it's like, we know we need 2 strengths, obviously, because it's Mirror Shield to Volve.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking behind the silver blocks in GTG would be a good place for Strength 3.
Yeah.
Or deeper into Adult Spirit. Those would kind of be the 2 options.
Right. I'm just saying they have to be basically equally accessible, I think, for Strength 2 and 3, right? Or am I getting the logic mixed up here?
Let me think about it. And look at our note sheet. That our trackers are doing such a great job at updating. DC map chest. Ugh.
Right.
Yeah,
That's the only. Because I'm thinking about what's the implications of having the strengths being equally accessible affecting how it's being hinted, or lack of being hinted in that case, or if it even matters at that point.
I don't think it matters, but chat, correct me.
I'm thinking it doesn't matter either. But...
Yeah, there is some... So, okay, let's take inventory, y'all. Right now, in order to complete this seed, we still need the hammer and Rudo's letter. That's all we need, right?
Another strength.
And a second strength. Well, okay,
Because
here's the question. Nobody's done child side spirit.
Oh, what? Well, yes, and I'm also being stupid about this, and I'm under the assumption that it's actually the mirror shield and not just sitting on Skull Kid
Oh.
or Dad.
Okay, it's hinted dead.
Okay, then it's sitting on Dad. Because that would be the other thing Saria unlocks.
I did not think about that, but yeah, we haven't gotten to Runia yet. So it's very possible that that mirror shield isn't it.
Right. But isn't Spirit also hinted to something though directly?
Yeah, Spirit to Volvagia.
Right. So I mean,
yeah, so it was Spirit to Volvagia, but then we also had Ice Cavern to Volvagia, which is why we've been working with the assumption that that mirror shield is what we need. But we might have just needed Saria's for something for
Dad's strength too.
Yeah, for strength 2 and then going into adult side spirit.
Yeah. And it's just not even mirror locked at that point.
Yeah.
Or it doesn't have to be.
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily have to be mirror locked.
Right. But everything on we know that it I guess we don't even no, we would know it would have to be strength 2 locked in some way. Because that's the only way you have another item in spirit that can lead to Volvagia.
Yes.
Because if it's on child spirit, it doesn't. There's nothing in.
Yeah, if it's not the mirror shield, then it has to be strength 2 on Dancing Dad.
Yeah.
Those are kind of our two options.
Right. Oh. Nani is this?
There's our lights.
I feel like those should have been hinted somewhere.
They were.
What do you think, Kitty?
Admittedly, my cat is pouting because I haven't let her out of the room yet.
Yes, Chad, I know it was on a dual hint. So that just confirmed our what you call it, path.
Yeah.
Cacti Evil's Bane being Dens.
Oh, hey, fire arrows are also here in Shadow, so now we can extra go check Wasteland.
No.
I'm just saying, if Ice Cavern's item is the Mirror Shield, it would be pretty funny to find Strength 2 out there.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I'm going to wish this into existence somehow.
But what can be out there?
So Strength 2.
Oh, okay, strength, sure.
Yeah, if we assume the Ice Cavern item is the Mirror Shield.
Right.
Skygoro, let Sadie have this.
Nope. I refuse.
Thanks, Goro.
This is a hill I will die on, happily.
It's okay. I'm used to the Wasteland naysayers. All right, we have Krez just finishing up Forest. We have Narvel about to get that Dins, and then following Lefty and Toad into Shadow.
Oh, yeah, we already saw it.
And it's interesting because I think it's hard to tell who's ahead because it seems like everyone's kind of missing something. Lefty is a dungeon behind everyone. Toad doesn't have the mirror shield yet. Or Saria's. Narvel's kind of in the best position heading into Shadow, but is behind where Lefty and Toad are at.
Yeah.
And a similar thing with Krez.
Yeah. Chat, that's a euphemism, but sure, I'll die on the mound at Wasteland if you want to call that a hill. No, we don't know if TCG is actually dead or not.
We don't,
Nope.
and we did find Lynn's in GGG.
Chris went only part of the way there.
Yep.
So Rito's letter could, funnily enough, be on TCG.
Why would you say this? What?
Because it's what everyone's thinking right now after someone mentioned TCG.
Oh, I hate this.
Lens was in GTG, I'm just saying.
Of course, my first restream of the season would be this mess.
Right. It can't be the horse, but it definitely could be on HPA. It's no matter what, it's still that hook shot for the long shot to go beat all dungeons, to then get horse, then to go back and shoot the bow to get the other bow and Rudo's letter on HPA. Yeah, that's fun.
Well, you know, not finding much in Shadow yet.
Mm-hmm.
Looking a little nerve-wracking. Oh, wait. Have we seen this chest from Lefty? Hey, baseball! Look what it is.
Put that scale back where it came from, or so help me.
So help me.
And you know what we're gonna find? We're gonna find the other scale in here. Sure.
That would be very funny.
Right. It's been on Lab Dive the whole time.
Like, look, why not just go do all dungeons? Why not?
Because people have other things that they have planned for their days, maybe?
Who needs to do things except play Zooter?
No, I got nothing. I can't argue with that logic. That's pretty sound, actually.
Exactly.
I think that's Jimbo doing that baseball.
I think Jimbo plays Honey Pop. Anyway.
Oh, you play RuneScape too? Okay, fair enough.
Anyway, I blinked and missed a Shadow Temple from Lefty.
It's okay, there wasn't much.
There's some light sticks in here. There's a scale.
Nothing useful.
Well, we don't know. Logically, it could be kind of funny, but yeah, nothing really useful.
So quadruple Shadow then, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone converged here.
Yep.
Yeah,
Although
it's wild.
It is a convenience factor. We do have a Serenade. Jabu is required. That is a pretty good time save of getting to Jabu, at least. That is the one thing that's going to be useful for this seed.
So at this point, we're kind of just waiting for Shadow Temple to be over. I'm going to step away really quick. Let me know if I miss anything exciting.
Will do. You're missing a big chest on the manager.
Okay, wait, I'm still here. I'm still here.
With the buck bottle.
The bottle.
With the buck
Okay,
bottle. Oh, well.
okay, now I'm leaving.
Wait! And
There she goes. Anyway, we are now looking at Lefty being the first to finish Shadow Temple, but he is also down half a forest. He has not finished Forest Temple, at least according to his tracker. So this is pretty much a dead heat still.
mm-hmm.
If anything, Tenacious Toad might be ahead among the runners on Restream.
I would agree with that statement. Because while Lefty's ahead, Lefty still has a whole nothing in DC to clear out.
Yep.
No. That Forest. Sorry. Definitely did DC.
That's what I thought you meant. Yeah.
Words.
I mean, Toad does not have Mirror Shield.
Yeah.
But that's just chilling in Path Ice Cavern.
Mm-hmm.
He's not gonna miss that for too long.
Which is where I assume Toad's going to be going next.
All right. As Lefty has finished beating Bongo, Toad is just about to start.
And I am back. Was there anything
Welcome back.
else?
No, we're just about to see what Bongo drops on Lefty's side.
Ooh, exciting.
Bongo.
And the answer is a bomb
The
bag.
bomb bag. We don't.
No, it's a
that's
wallet.
Oh no.
Wow, okay. Yeah, I was
Well,
about to say, we knew where all the bomb bags were in the first, 30 minutes.
We've
'Cause he
seen
had-
BFAs, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. Just making sure BFAs are available.
So, nothing in Shadow. What now?
No, there was a scale in Shadow.
I was about to say, do you go dip into water at this point? At least on Kreza's side. Obviously, Lefty's still gotta do Forest.
Yeah. Well, and Toad's gonna. This is. I'm assuming ice here. Grabbing some bottles, so that's a good sign. Let's see here. Weirdly enough, I almost think checking Child Spirits to play.
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree. Child Spirit is
Because it's not the obvious thing to do, and it just could be just strength hanging out on that side.
Yeah, Child Spirit would be the density, would not be the density play at this point, but it would be it would be quite a few checks. The alternative is hoping and praying for hoping and praying for for somehow that spiritual Vajja hint not being for hammer directly.
Right.
Lefty's about to be mad.
Yep.
Womp womp.
And see, I think at this point, Lefty would probably be a little worried seeing that, because that was accessible a bit ago.
Mm-hmm.
Domain is not dead, but Fountain is dead and River is dead. So, since going adult, our runners have not gone back child.
I had that backwards in my head. I'm like, yeah, of course, this is the reason our runners haven't gone here yet. Nah, domain's never hurt anyone before. These aren't scrub settings. We're fine.
Domain is not foolish. It's Fountain and River that are foolish, which makes it really unattractive to go to Domain as a child.
Super unattractive, especially whenever you don't, because you don't want to go there until you have Rudos.
Yeah, but what can could Domain actually have?
Domain could just have Rudos.
For your strength. Why not?
Because it has to be hook shot locked. And Torch Run and Diving Game are not hook shot locked.
Right.
So it can't... I don't think anything can be in Domain at this point. Well, that's not true. Strength 2 could be chilling in unhinted in Domain, but it can't be Rudos.
At this point, I'm thinking of hookshot lock checks. I don't think anyone has gone back and checked top of lab. Obviously, we have like a Baronade. Or not Baronade, the other water thing.
Morpha.
Morpha.
It's like, you can't get to Baronade yet, but yeah, Morpha, yeah.
Is there anything else? Is that it?
All of water is accessible.
Yeah, and then obviously anything that was in GTG that would have been a hookshot locked.
Chess game.
It could be treasure chest game.
Can you imagine had Krez gotten that, the 1 in 32, like an hour ago, and seeing like strength 2 or something there?
Wait, okay. You're gonna yell at me and you're gonna tell me that I'm
quiet.
But both of our fire sources were locked behind long shot.
Stop talking, please.
You're the one who chose. Well, okay, I guess I chose to sign up with you, but
where is? Well, we don't know where that third bow is at, but yeah.
Yeah, but I'm at the point where I really think all 3 bows were long shot locked.
They are probably all locked behind long shot.
Yeah, I don't think that there's anything non-hook shot lock that they could be except top of lab at this point.
Well, right, and if we would have seen a PG path for a bow then.
Yeah.
If one was more available than the 2 equally accessible ones.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, you're right.
Yep, all of our bows were long shot locked tonight.
Stop being right, please. It's making me look dumb.
Well, if it makes you feel better, I forget logic all the frickin' time, so I'm not always right. I just make good guesses.
And I agree, Domain is 100% a last location.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no good reason to go to Domain.
9.
Wasteland at this point? Quite honestly, Wasteland could just as well be your last location.
I would say your 2 choices are go to Wasteland and go into Child Spirit immediately afterwards, or go do water. I legitimately think those are your 2 options.
I would do TCG into Child Spirit if you're gonna go that route.
Yeah, you could wrap that in, so you could go do some
otherwise,
child
when you gotta check it.
And that would also give you an opportunity to check Dancing Dad and really confirm, is that Mirror Shield the path item?
Right. Because if it's not on Child Spirit, you know you need Strength 2 for sure, even though... Or it's just in Child Spirit, but, neither here nor there.
Yeah, what I would do is I would go check TCG, go check Wasteland, go do Child Spirit, and if it is Strength 2 locked, go check Dancing Dad.
Right.
If it's
That
not...
Spirit Seal seems like the obvious next play for a lot of the runners.
Yeah.
Right.
Especially once Krez is done with Bongo.
And then if nothing is on all of those checks, then you head into water and hope that
Right.
there's a strength 2 in there. And on the way to water, you can check top of lab. So those are kind of our two routes that our runners are probably going to take.
Right. And I'm not surprised Lefty's not using FW here. This is 100% autopilot. Lefty already feels behind based on where that long shot was at.
Yeah.
So this is just straight up. I'm autopiloting through this dungeon. I'm not thinking about how do I suboptimally route this dungeon to get the fastest time through here.
Yeah, and I'm going to be interested if Lefty's able to come in for an interview, kind of how he felt over the course of this seed. Because early on,
Right.
I felt like Lefty was pretty well ahead of our other runners with his early game routing.
Mm-hmm.
But not getting that hook shot, not coming here to Forest Temple has now set him back.
Well, right, and I also understand that really Forest is a very unappetizing play. You know where the bow's at, and your thought process is why would I dip without a bow?
Exactly. Yeah, and in Lefty's, to Lefty's benefit, Lefty is already done with Shadow, which Krez hasn't done yet.
Right.
So not super far behind, but not where he wants to be either.
No. Okay, get your guesses in. Real quick.
Oh,
You got
left, right. You know my guess.
All right, get him in really quick. I'm going to cut it off here in 3, 2, 1.
darn it.
And there we go.
We're
I'm
starting
still
with a
in.
right.
I'm straight out. NewITGuy is still in,
And-
so is Bronze Snoop.
And then we're going
come on.
left.
And IT Guy and Bronze Snoop still both of them in.
It's going to
I
be
know
I
this is going. Yes,
left.
I'm out.
And there's Bronze Snoop still in.
Bronze noob. Let's see if you get it. Right?
Oh, it's 1 and 2 now.
All right, let's see. Come on.
See ya.
Oh,
Oh.
no winners today. Oh,
And it's okay because it's strength 2.
That's our
Yes,
strength
there you
2.
go.
This scene
Oh, and
sucks.
imagine Chris getting this thing.
I know.
Wait,
It was a 1 in 4 away.
I bet Rudo's is out in spirit. Because Baronade to the hookshot to be 1/2 of gained into GTG to get the lens to do the treasure chest minigame. Damn. Or it could just be saying out GTG, I guess. But either way, that's great.
Yeah. Same logic.
Chris going straight back here to this treasure chest minigame as well, and he's about to be a bit, maybe even a lot mad that he didn't get that 1 in 32. But honestly,
Oh yeah, he's not even looking at what's inside of it. Like, let's just do pure surprise.
Right.
Kind of surprised to not even see some shield flicks.
I mean, honestly, it's a 1 in 32. It's less than a 95. What is it? It's less than a 3% chance. You're not going to be too mad that you didn't get that.
I would be pretty mad if I got to the last chest and lost it, though.
It's in an 8%.
All right, so we're cooking with gas now, everyone, at 2 hours. Happy 2 hours, everyone.
Yay.
We're about to go see what's in the Spirit Temple. Finally, after many hours. Because Spirit Temple Baji was like the first hint we got or something.
Mm-hmm.
Skygoro is predicting go mode is in spirit. We'll see.
Songs are hard. There we go.
Songs are very hard.
Alright, let's see what is in the Spirit Temple. And whether or not we need to beat Child to actually beat it.
Yeah,
We want to beat Spirit Temple.
We haven't even talked about Spirit Key Launch.
Yeah, I mean...
we don't need to. There's a 7-page document explaining it.
Right.
Yeah, so chat knows the most important thing we need to know is there a key on Child side? Because if there's a key on Child side, you have to have Requiem and... Yeah.
Or the boss key. Oh, look. Strength 2 locked. I wonder what this is. I love it.
Bow percent, y'all.
This game just really didn't want to give you any bows today.
Yeah.
Just straight up. This is a bowless game.
Here's something I'm wondering. If we get through Spirit Temple and there is not a hammer or Rudos in here, does that mean that's all dungeons?
No. Well, okay, yes, because it would be the Mirror Shield for Spirit Temple completion, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a thing we're gonna find out.
Yeah.
This still has the potential to be
To
awful.
suck even worse.
Yeah, and I mean it's not too bad because we have everything we need to complete stuff. But that would pretty much mean we need to go do HBA after another age change.
Could this be our third slingshot? Another bottle, maybe?
Wait, but I just realized if there is not either, then this means both will be on HBA. That both bottle and hammer would be on HBA.
Yeah, wouldn't that be fun?
That would be funny as hell.
Also, I think this would go down.
Y'all are being cruel. Good gravy.
Yes, Lord Paperweight!
Well, I also think, though, that would be spicy because all of a sudden you would have 2 dungeons available to you. One that, I mean, you would go do fire first, but, you know, it would really come down to execution at that point. How well do you know 2 of the worst dungeons in the game?
Ritos cannot be on cannot be on HBA.
How so?
Because you have to have Epona. And we know that Spirit is locked behind ice. For Mirror Shield and ice. Because AD song is Epona.
Oh, there's Rudos. Yep.
Well then.
Okay, there's
so that's just setting in Child Climb.
Maybe how is that locked by Mirror Shield? No, never mind.
It's locked by Hookshot.
Yeah.
Locked by Hookshot, indeed. We do need a hammer, and that is somehow locked by that Mirror Shield, likely from Ice Cavern.
Yep. So if we do not find the hammer in here, and at this point the hammer is the only item that we could find in here. So if we don't find that hammer, then we're doing all dungeons.
Yeah.
Which shouldn't take long.
I mean, first
you're
just going to check Child Spirit because it's path.
Yeah.
Right.
But that's not really gonna be locked by your Mirror Shield at this point. So
nope. Can't be.
Nope. Only thing locked is this back half and dungeon completion.
Yeah, this is where we start with the Mirror Shield lock checks.
Right.
So let's have a look. See.
Oh, this is mirror locked.
Straight away.
Hammer?
No, strength 3.
Wait.
Ganon's Castle is foolish, but outside
Ganon's Castle
does exist.
Oh my
Narvel is
god.
only looking at the mirror lock checks here.
I
Yep.
was not thinking about strength 3. Oh my
Right.
god.
So my strength logic question, weirdly, was somewhat correct.
Somewhat
The
relevant.
best kind of correct.
Technically.
Yes.
Yep.
There's one more mirror shield lock checks, and then there is a boss fight.
Yep.
Right now the chance of something
Narvel-
important is on OGC is
no.
what? I bet it's a scale.
Come
I bet
on.
it's a scale. Nope, hammer.
There we go.
Aw.
That's the hammer.
There we go. Seed complete. That's go mode for Narvel.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's time to do the dungeon rush.
Yep. Rush done for the rest. Hope that Volvagia's boss key is early in Fire Temple.
Mm-hmm.
And submit to the inevitability that is 10 minutes of being inside a fish.
Yeah.
Yep.
Happens to the best of us. Ooh,
Yep.
Toad's going into water. Oh no. Nope, not going into water. Good.
This is probably like maybe doing lab dive, and then the hook shot lock checks here.
Oh yeah.
Because there's nothing that says that scale. There's not that other scale that's also hook locked in some way, shape, or form, and you can just cheat it out of logic with irons.
Yeah, so congratulations team. At 2 hours and 10ish minutes, we have solved the seed. So now we just wait for the finishes to roll in and see how all of our runners place.
So far, no finishes, but 6 forfeits out of 84 entrants. So
Oh, 6 forfeits? Oh, wow.
not too bad, honestly.
Yeah, it doesn't entirely surprise me. I mean, this was really looking like an all dungeon seed the deeper we got into it. I would also
Until
check
it
out of
wasn't.
that if I did not feel up to it. And you know, this seems like a good time. Tobias, I actually wanted to ask, you want to explain how point calculations work with our qualifiers?
I don't
far as-
really wanna.
That's fair. That's fair. I'm just trying to remember because it's the first couple of people who finish kind of set a certain
Yeah,
point value
so-
for the
First
rest of us,
7.
right?
So the basic math is the first 7 runners set a par time. So the average of their time is worth 1,000 points. And then everyone else is scored on, or everyone is scored on that average. So 1,000 points plus maybe you being faster than the average of the first 7. So that's your first 3 normally, or something abouts will get more than 1,000 points, and everyone else will get progressively less than 1,000 points based on how far behind they were behind par. There are certain special cases. There is a special case for really, really quick seeds, which, funnily enough, we had in this in this round of qualifiers. We had several off in this round of qualifiers where that came into effect. The jet mitigation. Basically, the idea of that is that you should still get rewarded for completing the seed rather than forfeiting it.
Yeah.
Even if you end up missing your entrance to the jet. So that basically just bunches the field a little closer together mathematically in terms of points calculation. And make sure that people who gambled and got it right basically are rewarded for that.
Mm-hmm.
But still, the people who finished the seed but didn't find all the components to the jet immediately still get a decent point value.
Ooh, that's unfortunate for Narvel.
Yeah, I
Welp.
saw that Keith's body
Yeah.
block. And yeah, awesome. Thank you for explaining that, Tobias, even though you didn't want to. Because I was thinking about Narvel and his pacing. And I definitely think it's possible that someone could have done this seed faster with just god tier, location selections. But I do think Narvel's going to be in those 7 who are kind of setting that par with how he's doing.
100%.
So let's see what happens.
The only way you end up a whole lot. I'm not going to say Narvel routed this the most god tier route of this seed, but the only way you're punching a ticket faster than around this time is you either have the 200 Ultra Instinct of every check in the game, or you did 1 in 32 and got it without the lens.
Mm.
Yeah,
True.
yeah.
By the way, if you are interested in the math formulas behind the point calculation, I have posted a link to a Google Docs document that explains them. This has a tendency to make people's eyes glaze over because it's like a half page of formulas. But honestly, it's mostly just very clearly laying out the different number of, or the different components of how this formula or how this points calculation works into little itty bitty partial formulas.
We love math.
We also
I
are
do,
going all
actually.
the way to Hammer Chest,
Yep.
because we might be going there at this point.
Yeah, we're pretty deep in fire, aren't we?
I mean, we know Pierre is a small key. We also know logically this has to be this next check has to be a small key for Narvel to be able to continue.
I will also say
Or a boss key.
something
One, two.
that did put Narvel ahead. Looking at their trackers, Narvel didn't go do Deku, and Narvel also didn't do all of Spirit. Krez finished out Twin Rova just in case.
I didn't get rewarded for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what's Krez looking for though?
That's what
Krez
I
is
was
in go
wondering.
mode.
I think that might have been a little bit of autopilot on Krez's part.
Yeah.
Potentially, yeah.
So yeah.
There's
So
some-
Narvel's made some really, really good choices about what to skip.
What part of fire is deep fire?
After the room that... Is it after the room that has the firewall?
I would say
Yes.
deep fire starts right after these checks. When you go over to highest Goron and the compass check and the flare dancer, those are deep fire.
Yeah, it's
Everything
never
else is kind of
occurred to
mid-fire.
me until now that I don't think I've ever known exactly where it was. Because I kind of just assumed that deep fire was anything that required the Goron tunic logically.
Mm-hmm.
Because that seemed like a
Right.
good cutoff point.
Right.
So, Narvel has found another small key. Will not need to go to Pierre for that final small key here. So that's 3 checks left. Hammer chest, highest Goron, and then over to the Flare Dancer if we have to find that boss key. First of all, let's have a look at highest Goron. Not here.
Nope.
Right back out we go.
Compass or hammer?
I bet it's Hammer. I bet they're like, you know what would be funny?
Let's make him climb all the way up fire.
Why
Oh look,
not?
it's on hammer.
Yes, it's on Hammer Chest. Thank you so much, game. It's always hammer chest if you go mode.
Yeah. We found gold scale. It's in
Can
water.
someone explain to me what Toad is doing in water?
Toad. Hold on.
Oh. Toad is following the hook shots.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And maybe doesn't have path. Maybe doesn't have the spirit to Volvagia hint.
That hinted.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
should have that.
was in DC and also Zora's Fountain. You know,
Should have it.
I should have it. But I don't remember if Toad checked it in DC, and also that was an hour and a half ago for Toad. It's possible they could be forgetting.
Mm-hmm.
He also doesn't have strength too.
Yeah, and that might also be part of it, is trying to find that strength too, so that he can just go do spirit all at once.
And there's Lefty and his hammer. Off he goes.
Yeah, so basically, Toad doesn't know where Strength 2 is. Toad isn't thinking about Treasure Chest Game, and why would he? Why would you think of Treasure Chest Game at this point, when you have all of water available to you?
Mm-hmm.
So Toad is following density.
Oh no, Krez died.
Water, and oh no,
Anyway.
he gets revived with a fairy. This is terrible density, though, because water is so diluted with keys.
Yeah.
It's 10 checks, 11 if you count Morpha, and it's 4 items in that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
But could
Toad
also
thinks
be...
that that's a better bet than taking the time to go child.
Yeah. Maybe Toad's thinking it's strength 2 behind, well... That wouldn't make sense, though. Well, yeah, it would. It could be... He maybe thinks strength 2 is behind all dungeons in some way, shape, or form.
Possibly. And
Yeah, we never saw Valley Hammer Rocks, either.
Yeah, we did not. That is some... I'm actually
Nara's Love.
It could be Nara's Love, could be another bottle.
Could be a bottle.
And I kind
Slingshot number 52.
Yeah, I kind of think a bottle or neighbors is kind of all it could be, because I think we saw all 3 slings.
You have hover boots, Toad. But very clean setup for the trick. Oh, we have all the bottles? Okay, so Nara's 3rd slingshot. Narvel getting a nice troll hole from Volvagia.
Yeah, Narvel seems to be doing pretty good with this fight.
Yeah, it was a very good one. Didn't panic when he got the troll hole, just went for it and...
Just kept going.
Dead Durgan. Maybe we'll get some boots from Volvagia. That was a great seed.
Alright, so Narvel just has to go child, do Jabu, and then they're done. So, what? 20 minutes?
I
guess you have to do the climb.
It's a little longer.
Yeah.
Jabu's not quick. You gotta drag her all the way up from the bottom.
Yeah.
Can't have the little slider selected, so it's gonna be a little longer in the Jabu, so. Yep.
Yeah.
Burrito is not automatically on floor 1.
Yep. Fun.
This is the big boy league. We gotta carry Ruto an extra, 25 feet plus an elevator.
Oh my god. She's got legs. Why not tell her to just get herself out of there? It's fine. Just go, punch Jabu's tonsils until he throws her up. That's what I would do.
Oh no. It's either on River or Dragon.
Oh, no.
This is like the worst kind of time sink.
Yeah, this is rough for Toad. And, it happens. You do the best with information you can. And I do not blame Toad for not wanting to go back, child.
Toad gonna... No, let's say Toad's bouncing.
And yeah, I think that's a good call, Toad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Narvel's almost at Domain. Krez and Lefty are slowly making their way through the entirety of the Go Mode Fire Temple.
And just so we don't ignore it, we have our first finisher.
Dun dun dun.
Drunas has finished in first place with a time of 2:23.26. Let's go, Drew. Oh, damn.
GG's
I'm a
Drew.
little nervous for Narvel because I really wanted Narvel to make in those top 7 finishes.
I am not sure he will with how there is 10 minutes of Jabu ahead of Narvel here.
Yeah, I think that if Drew had finished whenever Narvel was at the end of Jabu, I think he could still make it, but unless Drew just god moded something that nobody else did.
Yeah.
I think he might have just gotten the 1 in 32.
True. And
Or might have read the logic better, might have just gotten lucky with finding the hook shot early.
Yeah, any number of things that could have happened.
And I think chat's right. I think Toad saw Drew finish and is doing the metagame that it's obviously not all dungeons that Drew finished.
Yeah. And fair assumption.
Yeah.
True that.
Yep, true.
Meanwhile, Narvel is now making his way through Jabu, picking up the princess in the basement and climbing back up.
Yeah. Metagaming is somewhat dangerous.
Yeah.
But
I have
case,
seen a runner or two leave a dungeon right before they find the thing they need to find because they start metagaming off of a first finish time.
All I'm saying is river chest and is 100% hook shot lock. So,
yeah.
I mean, I get Toad bailing out, but that was hook shot lock. That could have been a Rudos.
Yeah, and we know it's not, but that is an interesting choice, given that irons weren't that deep into the seed. Like, you could get in here relatively early. In the
irons were
first
super
half.
early this seed.
Yeah.
And GG Kiddums 228.06.
Yep. 228.06. Our second finisher, Kedums. Yeah. I think it might be. It's a little bit of a stretch for Narvel to still make top 7, but I think he's still going to place really well in this. Definitely top quarter of finishers.
Yeah. I think top 10 is even still possible.
Yeah. There's EXO finishing in 3rd place, 2:28.56.
Woohoo! We got our top
Whoop, whoop.
3.
We have our top 3, and also, reminder, we do kind of try to feature runners on TSG that might possibly end up in Challenge Cup after all is said and done. That being said, obviously Chuckles next last time I tried that very much proved me wrong with finishing, I think, 3rd in that qualifier, in Qualifier 7. But yeah, so
I had the really long child segment. Was it Lefty?
yeah, it was
Yeah,
lefty with a
Lefty.
really, really long child segment. I think it was 40 minutes or something.
Yeah. Yeah, and that was part of why I had thought that Lefty had a really good early game routing. It's just not finding that hook shot sooner that kind of was rough.
Mm-hmm. Just gotta say that the skill ceiling in OTR is still super high. The skill floor, though, has been steadily rising in the last few years, and I would say, but yeah, I would say the amount of skill, amount of the level of experience and so on you need to actually end up in either top 32 or Challenge Cup has steadily risen over the last few years. And so these quals, it really is anybody's game. And I love seeing a more diverse set of runners at the top of the qual charts over the last few years. That being said, Ecola and Dubo Decker finishing in 4th and 5th place respectively, 2:30.37 and 2:30.44. Holy snipes, Batman. That's mildly insane. That's the 7-second difference here.
Yeah, wild. And Toad is either taking a break or reviewing notes, trying to figure out what he might have missed. Is already child, so could go do the treasure chest game, but I don't think, did he get the lens?
Unclear. I think Toad's real problem here is that he doesn't quite know what he might have missed here.
Yeah. Yeah, Virgil confirming he has lens, so hopefully he thinks of treasure chest game.
Oh, the cursors go into Hyrule Castle, or rather to Castletown. Yep, and he's using Serenade as budget prelude here, so he is on the way to Castletown. I think treasure chest game might be soon for him. And yeah, Toad definitely was having a think here, having a moment of reflection to see how or where what he might have missed, and seems to have arrived at the right answer.
Yep, this is definitely TCG.
Sometimes stopping to think can save time in the long run. Big Yano in chat. This is not just limited to Uder, folks.
And if you guys want to play the treasure chest game again, get your guesses in chat.
My guess is always the same. Left, 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 right, right.
All right.
Be right back.
Let's see. All right. We're starting off on the left, y'all. Lots of people still in it. Pretty much everyone except NewITGuy and Bitter.
Yes, I'm out. No gifted subs for me.
That's a left and a right? Left, right, left? And that means all of us are out.
Oh god.
That's how quick that goes. All right, as NarvilBase is finished, the Baronade fight is now done with all 6 medallions, is now on the way to the Ganon fight. Krez has just entered Jabu.
Yep, and Lefty just finished Fire, so going to be heading there next. And
Um,
Toad got the news.
Welcome in, Fox and Raiders.
Welcome in the Wayfaring Fox and Raiders. Welcome to Qual number 12, and welcome to, frankly, a seed that got an F-bomb dropped onto it within the first half hour, I think.
Hey, I held off on that F-bomb. I saved that until we found the hook shot.
Ooh, you're right.
It was like
No,
45
the hook shot.
minutes.
Yeah, fair. Anyway, Floosh is finishing, has just finished in 6th place, 234.41. So Narvil still has the chance to round out our top 7. Let's see if he does.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little tight. But again, I still think he'll make top 10, which will give him a pretty good time for placements.
Yeah, and beyond the par time, it really the only thing that matters is your finish time. So no matter how many people finish ahead of you, if you finish in good time, that is all that matters for your qual points calculation.
Yep, something is about the best word to describe what this was.
Yeah, I definitely think this is one to watch back. This back half is a little slow because we got our go mode, 2 items for our go mode for 2 different dungeons, two long dungeons right at the end. But the first 2 hours were insane.
I will just say, because that's something we found out really early in the seed, we saw a hint that told us that there was a bow in the toilet. And we also saw a hint that told us that Epona's song was on OT. I think you might just imagine how the rest of the seed has gone.
Yeah.
But yeah, even if you are imagining that, it's gone worse. So
Yeah, however bad you think this seed is, it is worse, but not quite the worst it could have been. Because it could have been all dungeons. It could have.
it could have been all dungeons.
Instead, we just did a world tour where we didn't go to the sea, aka the water temple. Yeah, I think water temple was the only non-required dungeon. I think we had to go everywhere else. Because we had to go into bottom of the well, we had to go into ice, and we had to go into GTG as well.
All right, bottom of the well was the logical bomb bag, wasn't it?
Yeah.
No. The bottom. There was one in Goron City Storms.
Oh right. Well, we needed the iron boots. No, iron boots were in Goron Maze. Why do I keep forgetting that? There was something in bottom of the well we needed.
Was there? I don't think there was. And Deku was 100% bait.
Wow.
Yeah, Deku. You're
Dang,
right.
I guess it wasn't a world tour.
It was the scenic route.
Scenic route for sure.
Oh, Well had K-Sword. That's why we went to Well.
Right. Okay. So.
Right. Back when we thought that K-Sword might, Deku might have something.
So that
useful.
means that technically a useless well led us to a useless Deku tree that luckily Narvel managed to dodge.
Mm-hmm.
It was all bait. Oops, all bait.
Well,
which is why he's now competing for top 7. Let's see.
Didn't dodge well, but definitely dodged Deku. 2, 3, 4, 5.
5 hits on Ganon. That's a good Ganondorf fight. That's the easy part of this final boss fight over. And Cristofo rounds out the top 7 with a time of 2:38.57. GG's.
GG's.
Yeah, I think Narvel is definitely grabbing top 10 here. I love it.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're right, Big We did kind of wind up getting baited into seeing everything in the seed except Morpha, because we didn't need to do Twin Rova, and Krez gave us that. Didn't need to do Well and Deku, but we did those. Didn't need to finish Ice Cavern, which we were worried for someone at some point, if that would be a thing.
Mm-hmm. By the way, we have our top 7, so you can now see live as the points roll in how everyone scores. So go on right ahead to ograndomizer.com, have a look at the community standard tourney results page, and you can see how this is all going.
Yeah, interestingly, I noticed that Narvel is sitting at a 32nd. So that, because this year our tournament is going to start with the 33rd place, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is true. So at this very moment, NarvilBase might still just be a shoe-in for the main tournament and will not actually be joining the Challenge Cup. So we'll see.
We'll see, yeah. And that looks like the only one of our runners on stream who is currently, like, in the top 32. Air quotes. But we'll see how
Ganon
the
phase 2
points wind
down
out.
for Narvel.
And we are flash cooking the piggy, and we're gonna have some dinner.
That sure looks like a 9th place for Narvel. About to finish. And with an official racetime.gg time of 2 hours, 41 minutes, and 6 seconds. Here's your 9th place finisher, NarvilBase, and the first one on Restream. GG's.
GG's to Narvel. Yeah, that was incredible.
And just barely ahead of Ausuna, finishing in 10th place and rounding out our top 10, 241.21. Just after that, Marco finishing in 11th place, 241.29.
Wow, that's good. Good job beating out Marco.
Beat out Marco and Ausuna.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, looking at the points, that did drop Narvel out of that top 32, but there's still some more quals to come.
Mm-hmm.
There's that, and there's also the fact that I will always be happy about having him on Narvel in Challenge Cup if he wants to join us. So, but yeah, he has one more qual to run. That could very well catapult him up a few places because he still has a 600 and some odd points race on the books here as his 5th results. So,
Ooh, and that'll get dropped if his other one's better than that.
Exactly.
Yep.
So he could still score a few hundred points if he
Does very well.
Does another result like this, honestly.
Yeah, but I think we can firmly say that Narvel is for sure Challenge Cup at the bare minimum.
Definitely.
Oh yeah.
So currently,
I think it's guaranteed at that point.
Currently, as things stand, the cutoff for top 32 is 3,326 points. So that is honestly pretty achievable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna be interested to see how Krez places, because he, last I checked, is down at about 60. So it's possible that it could raise him up a bit depending on how the points fall.
And it looks like Toad unfortunately decided to not finish the seed out. Can't really blame him. He yeah.
Yeah,
kind of got screwed by missing out on that strength 2 for so long. How many more quals are there? Asks Bridge in chat. 8 more.
Oh wow, that's quite a few.
Yep, we have 20
And
quals this
do
year.
you know when the last qual is so we can start anticipating the tourneys?
It's the
Oh,
second to last week of December, I believe.
Awesome.
this is true. It'll be shortly before Christmas. It's on the 22nd at 8 p.m.
Exciting.
Central European, so that's 2 p.m. Eastern. All right. Let's see if Narvel wants to join us for an interview. Honestly. And also, let's see if let's see how Krez and Lefty end up placing here. Krez is now into Ganon's tower. Aurelius is asking, Aurelius has finished in 12th place, 243, 17, and then there's a bunch of finishers.
Oops, all finishers.
Oops, all finishers with Volk and Zorro and Wooden Barrel. Those are names I've heard before.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Wooden Barrel was the first Zooter racer I started following, so always exciting to see him.
And there's top 16 completed by Brot in der Dose, 2:45:02. Narvel is joining us for an interview, so let's get him in here.
Wonderful.
Hey Narvel, GG's. Welcome in.
GG's.
Thank you.
Top 10, good job.
Thank you. I'm very happy with that result for sure.
Yeah, we were cheering for you. Obviously, we don't have favorites in the commentators booth, but I said that I always enjoy seeing one of our restreamers on stream. What do you think of the seed?
For me, the seed itself wasn't too bad. I'm assuming that the strength in treasure chest minigame is what tripped up a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We saw that on stream. Toad actually just got it a little bit ago. So it was definitely a very easy thing to miss, and I'm sure several people went to Water Temple instead of going back to Child.
Yeah, I think my main hedge there was I knew I was looking for a strength and I hadn't touched Deku yet. The Sarias was technically an ice cavern and could have been the path, so I was gonna clean that up, some of that stuff up after doing the lens mini game. Child Spirit as well.
I had actually wanted to ask because you are our only runner on stream that did not do Deku, and that was one of the things that kind of saved you a bit of time and let you get that top 10 finish. So I wanted to ask, what made you not go Deku after the well while you were still Child?
The main thing was because I believe at that point I was about to pick up the hook, I think, or already had, and because I had peeked the hook shot in Hyrule Field early, so I was just really wanting to try to push progression there. I knew there was a bow and toilet I could get. Thankfully, there was another bow in GTG, so I didn't have to do the toilet.
Yes, thank God.
Yeah.
I kind of lost my mind in that second bow, I'm not gonna lie.
We lost our minds at a couple of things. And I didn't even think about the fact that I think you were the only one that had peeked that hook shot in Hyrule Field before doing the well. So I bet that was something that led to many people losing, 4 minutes of time is not knowing that hook shot was there. So it's like, why not go do Deku?
Yeah.
Right.
That was the main thing. I even almost considered not doing well once I got the logical bombs in DMT. But I decided the check density was such that I couldn't quite ignore well with it available that early. So
yeah,
ended
and
up
I
doing
also
well. That didn't pay out.
I also wanted to ask, like, with a lot of the hints that you all were getting, were you worried about AD?
I was starting to get worried about AD towards the end. But I mean, it worked out that like I wasn't gonna have to find anything for AD. I generally finished quite a bit below the top runners, so the lack of finish times had me a little more worried than usual. It was AD, but it worked out okay.
Yeah, no, you were doing incredible. I was very, very impressed with your routing and your time. Yeah, and how have you been enjoying the qual so far? Because I actually saw that before this race you were actually sitting at 30 seconds. So you're really close to potentially making it in the main tournament. You don't need us anymore, Narvel.
I'm
Right
sure
now,
I'll get pushed out.
actually, he's sitting at 32nd right now,
Oh my
as
gosh.
live scoring goes.
Oh, I'm so stressed. I'm so stressed on your behalf, Narvel.
I'm sure I'll get pushed out of top 32. I know there's some great runners who still have to do finish up all their quals. So I believe this is my last qual that counts. So I'll get to
It is.
get to have the stress of watching that number go down. But my goal is just to make a Challenge Cup this year. I missed it by 1 spot last year after the drops. And
Oh no.
to be fair, there are a lot of drops, so it's not like I was that close. But with top bracket only going to 32 and meaning Challenge Cup only being top 96, I was just going to be happy with making Challenge Cup, and so far it's looking pretty good.
I mean, that's a
Yeah.
huge jump in terms of position, though, in just a year. Good job on that training montage, honestly.
Thank you.
GG to Crest, by the way, finishing on restream here
GG's.
in 23rd place overall. I'm behind a few finishers. Zinedine, Kawari, and the like. So likewise, just finished. So here we go. Big old copy paste message. Yeah. Again, huge jump in terms of position here. So, how do you feel about that, and how do you explain that from your perspective?
I
Just
mean,
a lot of been on the grind, or just
yeah, a bit more practice this time. Last year, I was finishing up scrubs at the same time S7 quals were going on, so there's a little bit of overlap that made it a little harder to qualify as well as possible. But yeah, just extra practice for sure.
No,
I
and
see. And welcome in, Krez. GG's.
GG's.
GG.
Yeah, GG, Krez.
yeah, and
Yeah,
season
GG.
7 also had the draft settings, which threw a wrench into a lot of people's gameplay that weren't
Yeah.
familiar with the different kinds of randomization within their like dungeons, interior, exterior, whatever.
Yeah.
I miss Dungeon ER.
Yeah.
I got burned really bad in an S7 qual by a boomerang being required on a Link's cow in the house.
Oh god, that's
Oh.
awful.
Oh God.
Yeah, that's why you don't turn on cows,
that's
people.
like Link's cow is an auto forfeit for me.
Oh,
Anyway, Chris, how did you feel about the seed?
Seed was fine. I played real sloppy. And did a bonus Twin Rova for some reason.
I had
Yeah, we didn't
actually
ask you
wanted to
about
ask
that.
about that. Was that just autopilot?
Yeah, I hit go mode and was like, alright, just gotta beat the remaining bosses, and somehow I got it in my mind that Twin Rova was one of them.
Yeah,
It wasn't
let's
until I
start with
killed
this
Twin
one. She's
Rova
right
and went
here.
to... Yeah, I went to mark it on my tracker and was like, oh wait, that's not a medallion.
Ooh, yeah.
No.
Yeah, but you still did really
That's
good,
not
and
great.
I've been watching sort of people's standings, and before this race, you started at 60th place, and with this finish, you're up to I think it was like 34th last I saw. So, and you've got a couple more quals to do, right?
I think this was number 5 for me, so I could do 3 more.
Yeah. Yeah, and something I asked Narvel that I was also wondering about with you, how worried were you about AD?
Not at all. I would like to see AD in qualifiers. Longer seed times are better for me.
Yeah. You feel like that's where your strength is those kind of marathon.
Yeah. In qualifiers, at least, the more of the seed that's required, the less chance I skip something and, just miss the jet.
They basically make it like you mean all dungeons qualifiers or a lot of areas required qualifiers just mean you're quote unquote wasting less time on unnecessary checks.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's less gambles to do. It's just clear everything.
Makes sense. All right. GG's to Lefty as well, finishing in 28th place and last on restream. Well, of those on restream who finished. And that's basically our coverage of this qualifier. Let's see if Lefty wants to join us for an interview as well, real quick. Will be joining us shortly. Cool. So, Chris, how many quals do you have left to go, and how many and what do you make of your chances of making main tournament and or challenge cup?
I'm definitely not making main tournament. Challenge Cup, hopefully. Yeah, I've got
Right.
3 more left to do, so I guess I'm at 5. So I've hit the point that I need to do. So at this point, it's just improving my score.
Yeah. And there's plenty of opportunity to do that, luckily,
Yep.
with 3 games.
Yeah, I had 2 quals that are not so good that I'm hoping to push off.
Yeah, and that would be awesome.
That would make a lot of sense.
Sadie, I wanted to
All
ask
right.
you something. Did you get to see Haunted Wasteland on restream?
I did not, and that was actually something.
We did.
Oh, we did.
Yeah,
We did.
I saw that we got
you
the skull,
messaged
but I
Shown to us
did.
by
I did
Toad.
see that. You didn't tell me.
I did. I said Haunted Wasteland is dead. Ha 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 ha.
Oh, my ears stopped working at that point. I was so floored by the rest of the seed that at that point, Wasteland was out of my mind.
It was a heart chest.
Oh, of course it was. Yeah, because I was
'Cause you
speculating.
love it. That's why.
Yeah,
I
there
have
was
a
a lot
question.
of speculation about Ice Cavern and like if the Mirror Shield was the item y'all needed, if it was Saria's, if maybe like fire was all locked by long shots, and maybe something could
Right.
be. Yeah. But anyway, go ahead, Narvel.
That was me. Where was the logical
Chris.
bomb bag?
DMT storms.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, I never did that.
Yeah.
I think there was an equally accessible one in bottom of the, or no.
No, there wasn't one in
Nope.
bottom of the well.
It wasn't
All of those
Yeah,
were
the one I got was in,
Lone Scrub.
yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, because
And the other one was bomb
bags
locked
on,
in Spirit.
yeah, child hand or adult, one of the hands.
Yeah, we here on Restream, we basically knew where all of the bomb bags were in the first half hour.
Mm-hmm.
Which is wild. I'm pretty sure that the only major items we did not see were. Actually, I think we saw like everything. Yeah, like Nehru's would have been like the only thing that could have
Third
been in this hammer
slingshot.
chest, I think, or the third slingshot. And hey, GG's Lefty.
Hey, GG's, what's up?
Welcome in. What do you think of that seed?
I don't know. I don't know what to think about seeds anymore. I just...
You just show up and you play them, and if they go well, great, and if they don't, well, great.
Yeah.
You played some hours of a video games you really like, so at that point, win.
No, I don't think it was like terrible. It was what Runo's letter location sucked, I guess,
Yeah.
but like you didn't need it until you needed it, so it was whatever. I felt like I spent too long in my child one where I found nothing but magic for like 30 minutes, and then I just felt like bad for the next 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Where was the other magic?
Chickens.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not doing that.
Krez, I
Yep.
hope you know how bailed you got when we saw that magic show up in GTG, and all of us realized, wait, Krez doesn't need to go get magic on chickens now.
Yeah,
We
I guess
were
if the
worried for
magic had been
you.
magic locked, that would have been a last location for me.
Yeah, and we were really worried about that because all the other runners had managed to get it in their in the first, half hour. It was one of the first things we saw, and it's like, oh no, Windscraw's going back for that. So yeah, I was really happy to see that magic show up for you. Yeah, other commentators, y'all have any questions for our runners? Oh, Lefty, how many more quals do you have to do?
That was my 4th one, so I still have 4 more I can do.
Oh, sweet. Okay, so you've got a bit of time to raise up that score.
Yeah. I think I was someone showed me in like some prediction spreadsheet. I'm like on the cutoff of Challenge Cup, and I'm like, man, I'm washed. I got to get better, but we'll see what happens.
I mean, right now with one qual one qual below. There. Let me restart that sentence. With just 4 quals, with just a point for 4 quals, you're solidly in Challenge Cup territory. So
Yep.
I think you have a realistic chance of ending up in main tournament still. That being said, solidly in Challenge Cup territory at this point as well. NarvilBase. So we'll be seeing you later in Challenge Cup. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, and
So.
Yeah, no, we're hoping to see all of you there. So we wish you
Well,
luck.
ideally, I would love to see everyone in main tournament, but that's not how it goes.
I'm gonna be
hard.
greedy and be like, no, come to the mid tier. We have fun, but no, I wish you
And
all
cookies.
luck with the rest of your quals. Narvel, congratulations on being done with quals. No, wait, you have one more,
Yes.
right?
Nope, this was my my
Marvel's
8th
done.
qual.
You're done. Congratulations. Yay. All right. Do we want to do final shout outs? Wrap up?